And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Get my audio right here. Then run downstairs and grab some water. We got a fun one, so we're gonna go over. There's a lot going on. I catch my breath, I can tell you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't hear. Okay, there we go. Now I can hear. I gotta grab the control. Let's even set the mood. The lights aren't even on. What's going on? Struggle streaming already. Shout out to the lead attorney. Struggle streaming already. Okay, good. So now I can hear. So, I can hope everybody, you know, it's so funny. Black Friday is right around the corner. We are about to do a Black Friday special pretty soon here. Maybe I'll do it the week before Black Friday and kind of go over what's out, what's coming, all that stuff. Yeah, there's a lot going on as far as, like, you know, just new pads, new switches. I got some new switches in too, so I might have time to talk about that. I have a hard stop at 3, so it's gonna be a fun conversation. But yeah, we'll go through. I brought the lids up here, and the M Ultra Gen 2 is out, so we're going to go through kind of where that whole thing falls in to the rest of the lineup. And I got a funny feeling that next year is going to be Hall effect, magnetic, like all those things are going to be going crazy next year. And we all know COSMOX Hot 42, when they tend to do something, people tend to follow. So I really feel like when they move to that space next year, I think it's going to go crazy. I really do. Because it's already heating up now. Like there's the Vermillo, you know, with one type of switch. There's the Vermillo HA10 with another type of switch. Like everyone's like growing and doing more switches. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I think it's going to really, really heat up. So let me grab the pad and let's put it on the table. And what's so funny, they released so many models. This is turning into a once a month recap lineup. You know, it's so crazy how this is kind of happening, right? And I have my lids here because, again, I'll show the S, the T, and the R, and I'll grab the C top and put it on your different pads to kind of show where everything falls in. Because somebody was trying to pay me, they were saying, well, there's actually more families. I was like, well, if you want to get technical, everything's kind of everything, right? But because they were saying with the bottom two, they're like, well, these bottom two buttons are not the same on every pad. Who cares? Well, I mean, you care, but in the grand scheme of things, a 12 button layout, where does it fall in that scheme? As far as these extra buttons are like accessories to the crime, like accessories to what you want it to be, right? Let me see if I can get the lights, but there we go. Better light. You know, and all that stuff. And then there's actually new stuff coming out too that we got to talk about. So the where's it at? It's my Kailh keys just announced some new things. So here on their Amazon page, and we'll scroll down a little bit. What is this? Oh, it's switched to, okay, interesting. Where to go? So they have their booter. This just came out here. And now they also have these two. So it's like a split layout. And this is very much like the C, but the menu system from like the dual pad and the Kailh keys. So that's really cool. Bobby Dev, shout out to Bobby Dev, it's a cool name. Happy Sunday, Bobby Dev. I need to know how many Leverless controllers you own. 65. That is, and last year was way more active than this year. So I have to like kind of preface with that, because this year, when the tariff talks started, everything slowed down. So vendor relationships slowed down. Just all the things that go involved with kind of like being a content creator, all that stuff slowed down. Because it's not just a dude. Like I have like a business set up and everything else. So all the business things started slowing down around the tariffs. And now, I don't want to jinx it, so we'll see how things go with the holidays. But you know, all the affiliate links, that super helps. Because in the end, it doesn't cost anybody anything. It just helps the vendor know, hey, this guy, people are interested in what he's saying. So that's, you know, I don't know, let's make him custom links and different like that. But in the end, yeah, I think like, let me check. I could tell you, because I have a list. I was looking at this morning. It's right. I have my switch breakdown. So I have a breakdown of like, where do I have switches at? Because there's 2 new switches that just showed up yesterday. There are, including controllers, 77. Oh my God, that can't be right. Wait, minus 5, 75, about 75. And there's more because there's something on the way. There's 4 on the way. So the 75 is roughly where I'm at right now. Yeah. Wow. I didn't think about that. Interesting. Wow. and all that really is from like an accident review, and then a thanks to you all too, because everyone watching and tuning in and commenting and just getting involved in the conversation and sharing their back and forth. When I talk to vendors offline, kind of helping them, hey, I think you should try this or do that, or try these switches, try that, based on the audience that I talk to. It really helps myself and you and everyone else really just understand like where it is. So my outlook is, since the beginning of this, really is to help. Okay, so how can I translate what's in front of me to you all? And that's where a lot of these things come into play. Like when I was Hot 42, for whatever reason, everyone clicks a Hot 42 video on any vendor, any content creator. The Hot 42 videos is just click, they just do. So you kind of like, I have a video coming out tomorrow that shows you how to set up that the menu system that I do, the custom profile things that I do, all that stuff. I may have to put Hot 42 in the name just to get people to click the video. And then after, because the one I have now is like 45,000 views. Once it gets there, I can take that name out and just like make it general. And that way I can share with other vendors. And really it's for Discord servers. That way, if you're in any vendor service, the same firmware, everyone can benefit from like how this thing works. It's not just locked by brand. But yeah, and I lost my train of thought I was going to say there, but it's really interesting how that's how that works. I forgot to push the button. Hold on 1 second here. Push the button. I always forget to push that button. I might start pushing them at the same time. Give me a second here. And I'll kind of share here while I'm looking at this real quick. The new Kailh keys. I was like, wow, I didn't even know they had anything coming. So it was really cool. They're coming out in late November. You can order now, but they're coming out late November. And I'm not sponsored to say that. I was looking around, I saw it. So, well, actually, speaking of sponsors too. So, Benfei, they're a company on Amazon. They reached out and they sent me some things. I'll be making some videos for them. Just there's like 2 products they sent me. They sent this wireless HDMI and some in a streaming thing for like your iPad, your tablet to like stream out to your PC for OBS. So there'll be like a short review and a short comment for that, but. That's just, they asked, would I be interested? I looked at their lineups, like I can actually use these because when I teach or different things, it's nice to have your screen here and like a remote one to the side. So, yep. Anyway, that's gonna be fun. But this stuff is just me kind of looking around. I ran across this and I was like, wait a minute. They have got new stuff going on here that I didn't even know about. Give me a second. There we go. Now I can hear. Make sure I can hear on both sides. Can I hear? I cannot. Where's my headphones? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so here, let's click through this real quick and then we'll come back and start going through the whole hot lineup, right? As you know, as I do, we'll go through the whole lineup. Toter, shout out to Toter. Happy Sunday, Toter. Is it Toter? I think it's Toter. Happy Sunday, Toter. Your vids definitely helped me a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And again, I know how hard it is to figure this out. I know what it's like the first time for, you know, just trying to understand like what is going on. How does all this work? What am I getting? Stop it, knock your camera down. Hold on. Please hold. Okay, there we go. Oh, I was trying to click my headphones. I knocked everything over. But just, you know, what is this thing? How does it work? And actually, so I'm going to make a video, I think, for the holidays showing how to use these. And it's going to be, I think I want to make it super short and super easy, right? But the goal is, like I've said before, what I do with any controller, whether it's going from, you know, regular to a joystick, you know, how you move around, the advice I give and how I did it, and just sitting on the couch and learning, right? You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to help a lot of people. I think it's going to help a lot of people just get started. I have an S right here, so I can talk about this in a second. Okay, now I can hear. Perfect. You ordered a C16. It's arriving in a few days. Oh, nice. The C16, I'm actually going to grab that off the shelf because this is a lot like a C16. This is the M Ultra Gen 2. And we're going to go through the whole lot. Let's look at this Kailh keys and we'll come right back to this. So here's the Kailh keys. I don't want to forget to talk about this. just because I saw it and I thought it was cool. So they have a new booter out, and the price of booters, $50. 6 months ago, remember back in the day, let's dim the lights. Let's dim the lights. Once upon a time, it was 2025. The month was January, and you could find booters on Amazon, on AliExpress for $35. It was glorious. And if you had AliExpress the points, you can get a booter 5 from Lofree 2, or even the Mayflash booter for $25. Oh my God, it was glorious. Back in my day. Now, fast forward end of year 2025, everything is $50. Everything is $60. This is the world we live in. This sucks. But look at this, $61. And I tell people all the time, if you like rings, this pad here, this Kailh metal leverless with rings and the menu system for the price is fantastic. I'll pull off the shelf, but again, if you like rings and Kailh switches, I think this is a really good value for $39. Like I have one, and I changed switches and I had an issue with it, and I reached out, they swapped it out. It was like no headache whatsoever. So yeah, I love that. I have the Sacred Falcons running in mine. It runs fantastic. But here's their new one, and these are acrylics. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Go back. But look at that. It's interesting, right? Because it takes their 21 model and just spreads it out. And it's very similar to this. But imagine this being split. So it's like, oh, wow, that's really creative how they did that, right? Where I like what they're doing here. The screen, it appears to be extra large screen. Let me mix that. What else do they have in here? You know, I should drop the link in the chat. That way I can find it too. Let me drop a link in the chat. Where's it at here? Where's my Discord? And it comes with Kailh Sacred Falcons installed. That's gonna be nice. Colors, you know, all the different things. So it's the same as their regular Kailh, same firmware, same different things as their other ones. Yeah, the keycaps, the screws, everything's the same. Just the better switches, not better, but just different, right? Well, no, because they came with reds before, and I can't stand reds. I'm sorry. If you like reds, you know, I have nothing against you, but I just don't like the reds. They're kind of rattly and mushy to me. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. Where's the link at? It is right. Where are you? What the heck? There it is, found it. Boom. So here is like their split layout pad. But yeah, I like what they're doing here. And then the next one is, speaking of the C16, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh wait, this is C16. but their menu system has a new dial instead. So it's very similar to the C with that. It looks like a lip on the bottom. The acrylic top pops off with magnets, but this has rings. Again, if you like that playstyle. You see it magnetizes just like the C, but no push button. You just kind of pull it off. Oops, go back. Where's it at? Multifunction button. All this stuff here. Where is it? I saw it earlier. Where'd it go? Because there's a video. And it comes with artwork. But see, it comes with artwork too. So it's going to come with free artwork. And the free artwork is one of those funny things, right? It's like, whether you like that red one. That red one, the skulls is pretty cool. But whether you like it or not, it's free, so you can't complain. And the price, $65. That's a very good deal on Amazon. So you'll get this tomorrow. Oh, it's when it comes out the end of the month, because it says delivers November 20th. So that's like 2 weeks. But once it releases. Like when I ordered this one here, the GF16, it showed like the next day. It was super fast from Amazon. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what Kailh is cooking, because they're definitely stepping their game up here. Orville, shout out to Orville. Happy Sunday, Orville. Just did a foam mod on the HO2HE button caps, 1mm adhesive. Oh, nice. And definitely game changer for fields. Question, where are you getting, where do you get your foam? And here's where I'm going with it. Should I pause? Is that a pause? That might be a pause. Where's my, bro? Get your foam. Because, that's my train of thought. I've been up since 4. I could not sleep last night, so my brain is on slow-mo. With the P12 Pro, it comes with foam circles cut out under each keycap, like out the box, right? Are you ordering circular foam, or are you just cutting it by hand? That's the question I have. So that was my roundabout way to get my sleepy way of getting to it. And actually, hey Google, set a timer for 2:45.
Sure. Today at 2:45 p.m.
So I have a hard stop. We have a birthday party today, so I have a very hard stop at 3 o'clock. I have to go take a shower and get out of here. So 2:45, I'll be winding things down. So we're definitely, and I'm excited to talk about this. And actually, I'm debating if I should talk about the booter today. I should test this out today. And again, I have new switches too. They just came in yesterday. I haven't tried them yet. So we'll run through the hots and we'll see how much time. I keep bumping everything out the way today. What is wrong with me? Am I that tired, man? Code. Shout out the Code. Happy Sunday, Code. Breaking my top. Dropped all the tops on the floor. Okay, slide everything this way. I'm a mess today. We are struggle streaming today. Is my soundboard? Oh, my soundboard. If it can go wrong, it's going wrong today. Okay, let's lock in. Let's lock in. It's booting back up. Let's see. Can I hear now? Display might be limited. Blah blah blah. Bruh. Okay, there we go. There we go. See if I can hear my audio in a second. Let's turn the music up. That's -15. Let's put it down like right about there. I think usually right about there. There we go. Get some sound here. That way it's not just me talking. Kailh Keys and Tikitaka. Kailh Keys and Tikitaka offering great value. Facts. They are really stepping their game up right now. And what's nice too is if you like the Kailh sticker Falcons, Kailh Keys has them on sale and Tikitaka has them on sale on Amazon. So you can get them like the next day. I'll put it right there. They're gonna get here. So 19 and Tikitaka for $9. So I forgot the count, but if you're looking for sticker Falcons, you can find them on Amazon now, which is really nice. Amazon, why can't I talk? Yeah, I guess that's entirely. I'm sorry. It's gonna be me mumbling, but just deal with it. Just deal with it. Let's see here. 1mm adhesive. It went away. Adhesive foam. That's what it said. EVA. I should have EVA foam. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. And also, what's nice is I turned on a feature in my streaming software where if you're on Twitch or YouTube, you should see the comments on both sides. So that's good. I want to make sure that works, and it does work. Perfect. And let me check and see if I can talk about this because there's an update. Let me see if I can talk about it. Oh, not yet. Let me keep my mouth shut. There's something coming, and I'll keep my mouth shut on that for a second here. Just come back. Yeah, EVA file. Okay, so it sounds like you're cutting it by hand. I think you're cutting it by hand. Let me go back up and I'll check the chat here. Galaxy's Tikitaka offering great value. Facts. Amazon uses the EVA foam. That's it right there. I mold it with a switch. That's a good idea. I press that in and I use a scalpel to cut. That's a good idea. That's super simple. Like I didn't even think about that. So what he's saying is you take the whole sheet. 'Cause I have a sheet like right behind me. You take the sheet of foam. Like imagine this, right? You have like a big sheet just like this big. You just take your keycap and just push down, right? Cut it with the razor. Why? I can't even hold stuff. And then just stick it inside. That is super smart. Super smart, right? Work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. That makes so much sense. And get a good night's rest. That'll make even more sense. Because I'm struggle streaming. Let's see your Code. Did you see the new books? Shout out to Field Reporter Code. Code always, Orville definitely comes through. Code also comes through. Like Sin, everybody comes through with like the new things that are really hitting. And with this one here, I'm just I can find the link. If this gets released, because I don't know when the release date is, I think if they get it right, this could be really cool. Where's it at? Where's our chat Code? There, right there. I found it there. So I was like, I know we were just talking the other day. Copy link. Go back here. I am struggle streaming. I'm hurting, boy. I'm hurt. Oh, there's an ad. Okay. Oh, so here we go. Okay, it's on. So this is the new adapter from Brooks. The Wingman PS5. So you should be able to pop this in, and it appears as though any wireless controller can connect to it. So that's an Xbox controller, PS5 controller, a PS4, excuse me, PS4 controller. Is that 8-bit? That's Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So it's like two Xbox controllers, a PS4, and a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, all running on your PS5 wirelessly. And 2-player. What? Shout out to Brooks. Well, obviously it's Brooks, but I had the, and actually the Leverless is on sale. I gotta show you that. The Starburst is on sale right now for 200. I think that's a new price because it used to be like 3. It was really crazy. 200 is a very good price for that pad. Look at that, Wingman converter. So I've been looking. I should go. I have their Discord. I should go in their server see when this is coming out. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let me check chatter. Yeah, that's a good fun. Good fun. I molded with this. I saw that with the Tikitaka website and great, and their Japanese X account is so active. Loves it. You know, and I reached out to them. I tried to give them some advice for one of their pads because I have one of their pads I need to review. Actually, like 5 I got to review. So one of them I have. Maybe I'll do a super short review. I won't make it that long, and I'll just talk more about because there's some things where I reached out to say, hey, I like what you guys are doing. Here's some things that kind of help. And I've done this in the past with the S15. I love the S15, but it's like I wish they'd make S15 version 2, with just like modern creature comforts, a pass-through port, 2 power. Well, it has 3 power ports, but you know, drop 1 power port and make it a pass-through on the top. The display. Just little simple things that can make the S15s, their split layout pad, like super nice. And maybe it was a bad day, but they weren't so nice when I talked to them through email. I was like, okay, bye. But and I think they mean well, but it was just like, it was an interesting conversation as things go, right? As things go. Now, Kunal, shout out to Kunal, happy Sunday, Kunal. Dr. Kunal Minas, well, soon to be Dr. Kunal Minas. Shout out to Kunal. Hope you and the family doing good. Orville the Black. Kailh Black Kite. It's got shit. Oh, nice. It's fun. So they're new switches, and these are short travel silent switches. So I'm really excited for these. So fun fact, Oral pings. He's like, hey, found these switches. They're really, you know, they're really nice, and the price is good. It was like 110 for $50. That's like Lofree prices. I can't type. Kailh. I don't know if I can find it this way. I have the link. So I go to look them up, and I was like, you know what? Should I do that? I started looking at my coins, like how many coupons do I have and different things like that. As soon as I go to check out, tell me the price does not jump $50 within like 5 minutes. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. That dumb thing jumped $50 because I got to check it. I was like, wait, $110? I thought it was tariff. And I was like, tariffs? This is America. I had to remember, oh yeah, I live in America now. We have tariffs now. I'm not just a regular American anymore. I'm like the rest of the world now. I have to pay a tariff. This feels nasty. I feel dirty. I need to take a shower. I love when like the Brazilians, when you guys ping a message, because I'm starting to feel what you guys feel. 100 to 150% tariff. It's nuts. That is nuts. I'm looking for the link here. There it is right here. No, not that one. Well, I want to show that. Where is, you know, paying a tariff like sucks. Like, what is this? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where are you? Where are you? Here's right. Boom. I'll share with us this new switch here. That's not it. It's almost there. Almost there. Where's the picture? Please hold, because I'm really excited. The short travel and silent. I'm really curious. It's like, imagine shadow hunting that are not loud. Imagine Kailh's Sacred Falcons that don't have like any sound. Just like, well, here it is. Found it. Go over this picture right here. Copy link. These. And do I have the American link? Can I post the American link here? Because I love shadow hunting. Like this comes with shadow hunting. I love the switches. They're really nice. But it's metal and metal. It's metal, and with a switch, it is loud. I mean, I halfway don't care, but it's kind of loud. How can I share it to myself? Oh, in Discord. So these here, you can see the O-rings in there. They're short travel. And silent. Like, wow. And here's the page here where and shout out to Orville for even finding these, because I know he went down the rabbit hole. I was joking when I was like, I know you went down Google Translate. You probably converted your AliExpress like, you know, to Mandarin or Cantonese, whatever. You know, you were trying to like figure this out. But here they are right here. So the name isn't official yet, because, you know, it's, I should pull Google Translate up, because they're Mo Yuan. Is that right? Mo Yuan? Low shaft, but I'm sure they're gonna change the name. I highly doubt, because in England they're called Black Kite, Kite. Because shout out to MB Wolf. he pinged first, was like, hey, you guys seen these? We're like, what are you talking about? Orville and I and everyone else started looking. They weren't even coming up in the States. So if you went on AliExpress US, these switches didn't even come up. You only could see them outside, like in out of the country AliExpress. So I was like, oh my God, these tariffs are destroying America. But yeah, and these are 44s, and again, they're silent. Look at, they look nice. That black on black, oh, that looks really nice, really nice. I'm check chat here. Where is my page? Right here, boom. Come up a little bit. I think it's just shipped, so I think those are going to go fire in the HO8D. Nice. The Kailh HE Rose Quartz seem to be out of stock for the time being. I forgot to look those up, the Kailh Rose Quartz, for the time being, but we'll pick up as soon as I can. Oh, nice. Shout out to Trini. Happy Sunday, Trini. And Trini, I hope you guys are doing good. Trini's out in the islands. Man. Yeah, he's living the dream out there, and I hope the hurricane, I know it was more Jamaica that got hit, but I hope you guys and the family are all safe and doing good and everything else. So shout out to Trini. Amadeus Acrevious Music. That's a cool name. Amadeus Acrevious Music. What keeps you from modding your Hot 42s? You got so many. So, again, I've been up since 4. It's 12, so bear with me. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I change the switches out on almost every pad. I add O-rings. I do, what else have I done? Foam padding. This one I've taken apart, I don't know how many times. I have the extender and another one. The metal ones, I haven't taken, like, only reason I don't take them apart, if I'm being fully transparent, the metal ones, only reason I don't take them all the way apart, the acrylics, I take those all apart. The metals, see like the grip here? I just don't feel like cutting this, to be completely honest. Then I got to put new grip, and I know it's dumb. I just don't feel like doing it. All right, but I probably should. But I'm curious, what mod are you thinking of? Because you may give some ideas to do it. Because I've done everything I could think of. Is what I'm trying to say. I can't. Like, I've changed all the keycaps, all the things that I could think of doing. I do. Yeah, I'm sure you're probably typing, so I'll wait to reply. But yeah, I'm curious because that'll give me some ideas. Like, what else you think? Merlin, shout out to Merlin. Happy Sunday, Merlin. Doing good. Merlin's doing good in the family. Merlin just got. What just pulled up to? You know, actually, before I forget. I want to make sure I share those two on Amazon. Like I said, the Starburst. Go back up. Brook Fighter Star. I can't type. Brook Fighters. Oh, there's right there. Boom, there you go. Starburst. $200. It's still on sale. And it'll be delivered at the end of the month. So the Starburst used to be, wasn't it like $3.99 when it first came out, which is outrageous. And then it dropped to $2.99, which $2.99. No, I'm not going to front. It's outrageous. And the only reason it's outrageous is because the size of the pad. Like the pad is, I'll have it on the shelf. I'll pull the shelf. It has a kickstand built in, has a cover built in, it comes with a strap. It comes with it plays on Xbox, PS5, so it does all the things. But it's one of those things where if you sat it next to the Kitsune, you know, your brain tells you, well, this is bigger, this should cost more. This is smaller, should cost less. And that was like the big thing. I think that's made everyone hard to be like, $300 is, despite the features, $300 is a lot. Because if you wanted a Victrix Pro KO for Xbox, you had to buy two. You had to buy the PS5 and the Xbox version. That's $500, right? So Brooks was giving you a better deal, but it didn't feel that way in shopping. So this $200 price tag, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Shout out to Brooks. And there's a white one. So when I was at Evo, I saw the white. Like, you see all the black rails and everything. You know, when I was there too, I was like, man, how much y'all charging to buy the white rails? But then, like, the top, you can't get the lid because the lid was white too. I wanted the white on white because even my phones, I like white on white phones. You would think, like, it doesn't mean anything. I think it just makes me feel like I'm being clean and proper and, like, you know, what's the phrase, like, look good, smell good, feel good? It makes you look good, smell good, feel good when you're like, you know, everything's just polished. But I know, imagine these grubby people walking around with a white controller with their grubby hands, and that white's gonna look so dirty. So just get the black one. Black's better. Black's better. What was it? Past 57, blue and black. Yeah. Oh, I'll try my keyboard here. Glitch Heart, shout out to Glitch Heart. Happy Sunday, Glitch Heart. Hope you're doing good. Trini said, yeah, we're good. Thanks for checking. No problem. Trini, I'm looking forward to a break. I have a Christmas break from school in 4 weeks. So I'm in week 6 next week. So 6, 7, 8, and 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, basically. Yeah, 4 weeks. We get a break and I can, like, think and all that stuff. I can't wait. Or the $200 Starburst from 350. I think the Starburst is a great value. Facts. That 350. Like, I know what they were trying to do. I know what their intentions might have been, but I simply couldn't tell somebody to spend that kind of money. That's outrageous. I could not look at someone in a straight face and be like, you know, spend that much. If you wanted to, you could do it. It's your money. But when there's so many options, it's like, okay, you know, it makes it hard just to recommend something like that. Give me 1 second here. But yeah, I'm really glad they lowered the price, and now it's affordable for everyone to get, because it's a good pet. That's a nice pet. Okay, so got it. Okay. And again, with Kailh keys, they just put out their P5 boot. What's it called? That's bad English. P5 boots. That doesn't make any sense. P5 boots plug and play. Maybe I'm supposed to say PS5 boots. No, PlayStation 5 boots. Anyway, P5 boots is an arcade stick converter, and you know, it should do PS4, PS5. I'm sure it's a standard booter device, and the size is the same size as the May Flash, so that's good. So I'll open this up and try that out. And then, like I said, hold on. These just came in. So these are Lofree. These are new silent switches from Lofree. Yeah. And what I like though is the case is a little bit different. You probably can't see it on camera. I put some lotion on. Mine are all ashy. It's more flat on the top. It's the same. It's smoother. It doesn't have like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's a light on the top and the bottom. So lights just, if you care about lights, it should shine through. But I mean, I could put it up, but you won't even hear. These are so quiet. So I can't wait to try those out. And they are a 40 force also, void. And the surfers that do 40 force, and they are, I'm colorblind, they look white to me. But they also have that clear like light bar at the top and the bottom. And shout out to Lofree. Lofree always comes in clutch. The Ghost switches are my first favorite switch. That was from Lofree. The Wizard, the Phantoms. I use the Wizards on like menu buttons. I don't use it every day, but you get the point. Lofree always comes through. But these feel like a softer white, because even that, I can feel like a Thok. So I bet you it's going to feel like a soft white rain. I'm curious about that. Can't wait to try that out. So I'll be talking about those probably next week. Because tomorrow, I got a comment asking, how I do when I hold the button, do the menu system on my pad. That comes out tomorrow. How I hold the button and switch profiles on my pad. That comes out. They put it on a Wednesday because you do two in the same day. YouTube doesn't like it, so I'll probably do Monday and Wednesday. You'll see 2 new videos. Actually, they're out there now. They're just unlisted, but I'll make them public tomorrow 9 a.m. and then Wednesday 9 a.m. for the second part, and that'll be like a trilogy to the quick start guide. I may add more pieces, but at least it says hot for 2 quick start, but really it's a general quick start for all these good brands, right? And now you'll have everything I do. You'll know how to do it, and you'll have a walkthrough. And I kept it short. They're like 5 minutes and 8 minutes, so super short. I got to sit down with a little. I got to sit down with a little more with the HA10. So there was a point where Orville's HA10. It took a very long time to arrive. So we were all on watch for his controller to show up. So we were so glad when it showed. It was funny. It showed up. And he was like, "I don't even touch this thing. I'm mad." Shout out to Orville. Orville's like, "I got time for this mess. These reindeer games." It's got time to sit down with HA10. I think that controller is really super. I can't read. It's really special. Very good leverless, no question. Nice. And I saw it in person. Actually, it was a busy booth, but when you're there, you kind of get to mess around for me and see how it feels. And he also took the buttons apart and showed us, but the build quality, that all metal. And again, when I went around to the Punk Workshop booth, because I hadn't seen a Punk Workshop in person, it's very much Punk Workshop-esque. I was like, oh, that's cool. Just maybe better build quality because it's all metal. I forgot the Punk Workshop was metal or acrylic. I don't remember, but yeah, they the HA10 is really nice. I made up my mind. I'll invest in the Corsair Norblade Pro wireless all effects leverless. Think I'll be good with that. So I reached out. I think I went to their affiliate program, and I think my channel wasn't big enough yet. I say yet because we're getting there. Actually, we just crossed. I can turn the volume up. I gotta ring the horns, all the yes sirs, all the cheers. We just crossed 2,500. That was not that long, but just like huge milestone, you know, as we're growing. And again, I appreciate all of you all, and it couldn't happen without everyone's support and the likes and clicks. And right now I'm trying to get my Twitch numbers up, because if they said if I am consistent with 4, because I don't really push Twitch, I push more YouTube because everyone knows the YouTube. But if I have 4 consistent folks for the next 2.5 weeks, something like that, that unlocks another thing in Twitch, like the last step or something like that. So I'm definitely pushing that too, to get my Twitch numbers up, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's, again, really appreciate you guys. And y'all can't hear the cheers. I pressed the cheer. It's too, I turned the volume down because I had the music playing. Let's turn the volume back up and blow y'all eardrums out.
Yes,
and again,
sir.
shout out to all y'all. I really appreciate everyone.
Yes, sir.
All the donations, all the folks, everybody. I really appreciate y'all. So
Yes,
thank you.
sir.
I'm coming to us. Stephen Bottle. Stephen Barrow, no, it's Bottle, not Barrow. Stephen Barrow, happy Sunday, Stephen Barrow. I can't read now. I said Barrow and I say Barrow fast. Happy Sunday, Stephen Barrow. Any thoughts on the HA10? Yes, I saw it in person at Evo. Very nice build quality. It comes with a strap. It comes with their custom switches, their custom like ring technology to get the switches out. Everything's really nice. I don't have one yet. And actually, when I reached out to them, the tariff stuff was heavy. It was like 100% tariff. Wherever they were at, whatever was going on, it was a huge tariff. So they were still trying to, and I really think that's why it took so long to get into the country, because I know when I talked to them, they were going through it. Vermillo, they were going through it. So hopefully when the dust settles, I can get one in for review. We can get that. And then, because I really want to do is I want to compare the FK2 to that one. And then I have the Vermillo FK2, I have that one. And then there's one more that I want to compare it to, but just again, really try to help folks understand like where this falls into as far as sizing, spacing, how it feels. Because it's funny, the FK2, when you're playing with it, like these shadow hunting, I could feel the snap and I could hear it. Like everything feels different, right? The Lofree Specters, I love Lofree Specters. Lofree Specters are really smooth, like just snappy switch. The Vermillo, because it's a thicker keycap and it's foam, like there's a lot of stuff going on. It feels different when you're playing, but when you look at the screen, you're winning. So you're like, something feels funny. I'm winning. Wait, something feels really fun. You just like beat the brakes off people. It's like, okay, I think I like this thing. So the Vermillo FK2, I like that a lot, and it's a good size. It's weighted. That thing comes with the best case. Because the HA10, I don't think comes with a case, but the FK2 is the best case out of all the cases I have. I mean, it is a brick. It's technically heavy because it's so big, but it's the most protective case I have. Like that thing is really nice, and it comes in the box of like 129. Don't know what I'm talking about. 129 is a really good deal. Ooh, got stuff over here. Where's FK2? They shouldn't call these keyboards. They should call them controllers. But like it's each their own. This one here, the case, it comes with different colors. You know, you can come through here. But for 129, you do need an adapter because it's not native out the box. But you get your adapter, you pick your color, and all that good stuff. And this thing's really good. You see the case on the bottom? It's really sturdy. There's the case. Is there a picture of the case? Right there. Boom. Oh, you can't really see it. But it's like, it looks just like this. The box shows up just like this, and when you take it out, there's the case. You open everything up, and it's right there inside. But yeah, shout out to Vermillo. And the HA10, does it come with a case? Comes with the box. Obviously, it comes in a box. No, it comes with the strap, the controller, the power. I like the lock power cord. That's good. That's good. Extra keycaps, extra switches, the unlock keycap thing. It comes with gloves too. So you want to be Michael Jackson, you can get that too. Shout out to. I actually use gloves. So I'm over making jokes. I'm making jokes about myself. That music might be a little too loud. I'm turning it down a little bit. There we go. When I purchase it, I'll let y'all know. We can't wait, Trini. Wait, Trini, didn't you get a Gen 2? Also, Trini out here balling. He's working overtime. Get his controller stuck up. Shout out to Trini. Or I've been developing this application. Nice. I can't wait to see what app you're working on. Definitely, I'm working on it now. But the HA10 is something I want to be playing on right now. I learned that analog switches help with walk forward fireball issues. Oh, nice. Standard issue is I think it's trying to say is your fireball. I think is your fireball walk forward and throw fireball get DP and also would work. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, like the Street Fighter commands. Gotcha. I'm slow. It's not you, it's me. Trigger almost fixed this issue. Nice. Stephen Bottle. That would be a great video. Yes. Let me make it before I forget. Let me write that down right now. Because where's my sticky pad? Because I think there's a video I'm gonna work. Why can't I? Okay, what is happening? I can't hold anything. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna go to his birthday party. I'm just get on the couch and I'm gonna take a nap. It's a kid's party, so I can take a nap. Okay. Make like how to start with Leverless. I think that's what I called it. How to start. How do you say that? Like how to start with a new controller. And I have like a mic in front of me, so I can't really see what I'm writing, but yeah, I mean, and that should be fast, because I can record that like an hour to record it, get my thoughts out, and I'll trim that down to like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, because it's super short. It's what I told everyone before, where you hold down, hold back, or let me see, down, back, down, back, down, forward, all that stuff, like to get you moving. Anyway, I think it's going to help a lot of people, so take this out. I'll do that. Because I have other things to do, but that's an easy one. Get all the easy stuff out the way. I think you still need to pay for shipping Taro. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, it's for the Vermillo? Oh, no. I didn't think about that. Wait a minute. Add to cart. I think I tried this before, but I think it wants you to like shipping. Can I type in the shipping? Blah, 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 blah. I think I checked this before. Did I try this last week? I think I did. Let's grab a fake zip code here. 73301. 73301. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it likes that. Oh, it makes you pay. I can't even like see the shipping. Okay, well there goes that idea. I was hoping to update. I could see the shipping total here, but it do it. Oh, again, none of us really care about politics. We care about gaming, but it's like it affects you every which way. You're like, dang it, politics. Dang it, tariffs. Oh. Let me turn the volume down just a little bit. Is that too loud, maybe? Put it right there. There we go. The FK2 is so insanely good. Yeah. Only downside is ABS material. Yeah, durability for me, it's wide. I do PVT and metal. The base is metal. The top is that plastic, but it's a thick plastic. The only thing, well, yeah, that's just like every other pad. The USB-C port is the only thing I could die on you. I feel like that pad feels very durable, because even now I don't even keep the screws. It comes with like 14 screws, because I wanted to open it up. I had to unscrew I had to take all the little rubber neb things off and then take 14 screws out. So I was like, yeah, I'm not putting these back in it, because it clips on. You just clip it off and you can see inside and change the switches, all that stuff. Like really good build quality. Yeah, shout out to Vermillo. They do a good job. Bobby Dev, any thoughts on the Corsair lever? I've been eyeballing. Yes, just like Trini's eyeball. I think we're all eyeballing this thing, because I have the wireless 8-bit DOE, and that one is fantastic. Well, it's fantastic after you take the switches out. Those switches are loud. My wife was next to me when I was reviewing it, because I usually do 10 to 20 hours like playing with these pads before I even do the review. And it's one of the pads where she was like, "You turn your controller down. It's too loud," because it's like it's loud. It's loud. With those clicky switches. Let's see here. This one here, yeah. And the price is good. That $299 for wireless is really good. Wired and wireless, obviously, but PS4 out the box, wireless. Yeah, I haven't seen it in person. This one I did not see at Evo. And it has the is it magnetic? I'm gonna get my brain slipping. But it has, I know there's a button you can push on the side to adjust the sensitivity. That's really smart. Shout out to Justin Wong. I can't zoom in. Yeah, really nice tech. I really want to get one of these in. Really do. Really do. Go, 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 go. FK2 is free shipping. Okay, so FK2 is free shipping in the States at times. Okay, perfect, perfect. That's good to know. Because I wasn't sure if it was coming from Japan or in the States. Stephen Bonner, I heard the magnetic switches can lose their config height settings when you're bringing it to tournaments. What do I think about that? Now that shout out to me, I was at Evo. I've been to the gaming mecca. Right? Been to Evo Vegas. Went 2-2. Shout out to me. The videos are on YouTube too. What's funny is never watch yourself playing a video game. I look like a maniac because I did a 360 video. So you can meet my first match. I was using a dual pad Zen. That was cool too. But we're playing. He was a Zen Pro. We were playing, and really nice guy. Him and his buddy behind were really nice. But yeah, I had to put some work in. 2-2. I did really good. Almost 3-2. But anyway. It happens. It happens so fast. You get these tournaments. I would definitely say go to the side, maybe like 30 minutes, an hour before your matchup, and just check everything out. And what's nice about the magnetic is you can redial it. So if you feel like it's too sensitive or not as sensitive, you can just adjust it either in the web config, on the pad, on the board. You know, so as far as them losing their adjustment during tournaments, I wouldn't really stress about that because you could test it beforehand. Or the FK2 is 121 free shipping with coupon. Oh, nice. Actually, I have a Vermilla coupon. Use Dr. Jones 694. It's either Dr. Jones or Dr. Jones 694 is my coupon. I forgot about that. I gotta get better at promoting myself. Like, I am not arrogant enough. I have to get better, be more. Use my code. It is Dr. Jones. DRJONES, no spaces. And you'll get a discount with Vermilla also. So you try both. Try their code, try the Vermilla 6 code, try the Dr. Jones code. Whichever gives you the best deal, use that to order your stuff. Yeah, just no 694, just Dr. Jones. I'm looking at it in front of me. Just Dr. Jones. I should just cop. I'll paste this here. It's so weird. So y'all don't know this. I'm looking at my computer here to see what y'all see, but I'm actually working off of this one. So I keep copying stuff over here. I should be copying it there. I should be using the trackpad. There's Windows here, Mac here. There's a lot going on. I'm confusing myself. But yeah, use Dr. Jones, no space. You get a discount that way also. I felt like this came out of nowhere. Yeah. It really felt in a good way, right? It's just like, wow, this is really cool. And I feel like we may have heard about this before, but I'm so tired. I can't really, my brain's not working right now. And I'm a tab hoarder. You can see all these tabs I've opened. So I'm sure if it's back in the tab list, we definitely talked about this in the past. I just don't remember. A magnetic switch magnetic switches controller. You can always calibrate. Exactly. You can calibrate per switch before you match. DOIO has this feature super quick. Exactly. So that's the really good thing is that if things feel out of whack with those, you can dial them in. Whereas with a regular controller like this one, I mean, it's not hard. You just change your switch, but the point is you have to change your switch to lock in, right? So yeah, that is kind of that thing. And let me see if I can, I'm waiting for a notice from somebody to see if I can talk about something, but let me see if they made the notice yet. Give me a second here, because I see an alert. Wait a minute. Hold up here. And there it is. I may be able to talk about it right now. Give me 2 seconds. Yep, it is available to talk about. Go to downloads, go to releases. Is it official yet? Because last time they got mad at me. So I get a little excited. Pause. I think I can talk about this. This is yeah, it's public. Well, hold on, let me see here. Okay, it's official. Boom. So, new firmware is out for GP 2040 right now. It just came out like an hour ago. Boom, 0712. So, we were just talking about magnetic switches, but again, my brain is slow, so just bear what I'm about to say. You know, the magnetic, the induction, the Hall effect, all those different types of things. The new version has a Hall effect setting, and I got to wipe this right now and load it. So I actually load on here because I was testing something yesterday. I'll load on there and I'll show y'all. Well, you can't see it because I don't have a Hall effect. I don't have a Hall effect pad in front of me, but yeah, latest. What's in here is a large release that updates a ton of backend code. That's good to know. Hall effect support along with robust config. New input mode for Switch Pro, which closely mimics the Switch Pro controller. Oh, really? Interesting. So if you have a, okay, so if you're on Switch Pro or Switch 2, I can't talk. You see what it says. Oh, y'all can't see. Whoops. 7.12 is out. So if you are, and again, it just came out. Do not download this and run this unless you have like multiple pads to test on. And I'm going to load it right here in front of y'all. I mean, it's going to look the same because I don't use, you know, Humphrey 2s to have, it's going to look the same. I'll show y'all just to kind of prove, but the Hall effect support is in there now. Can you see? You can. Yes, you can see that. A new Switch Pro things are in there. Xbox 360 mode. I actually used this the other day. So, fun fact. That's why I actually had a certain thing on here. We were testing out Guitar Hero because my daughter's into like the rhythm games, like is it Sonolis? And I forgot what the other one's called that she plays. So I was like, well, we have Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Why can't we just play with these? Because that would make me feel like so happy to go through and just kind of play this way. So I remapped all the settings on it, and like it was this weird configuration because it's 5 buttons, right? So it was set up something like this, and we were messing around when it was working, but we were messing around with it. But we didn't need a dongle, no adapters, no nothing, no booters. It just worked in Xbox 360 mode. It worked just fine. So that was really cool. That was really fun. Very early support for RP2350 family chips. Oh wow, there's a new chip coming. That's cool. For what that says to me. Introduction of input mode, subtypes, early console support for guitar, drum. This is what I was looking for. So maybe it wasn't because there was something acting weird at the beginning. I forgot how we had to get around it. Added chords. There's just a bunch of stuff. Matt the Stadia Caps. There's a bunch of things in here, and I'm just looking for something that really jumps out to the everyday person, right? Oh, another big thing. Now you can have 6 profiles instead of 4. And the video that comes out on Wednesday will show you how to switch these profiles with one button. You can go forwards and backwards with just one button. So that's going to be, I think that's something I do on all my pads. It's going to be really cool. I can finally share that with everybody. I'll check the chat here in 2 seconds. Updated web configs, so just different things. Oh, that dedicated analog access, interesting. Hotkeys. Now you can adjust your turbo up and down. So I don't use turbo, but if you do, like when we were playing that Marvel game, the Marvel side scroller game, you can, if you want to turn turbo on, you can adjust the speed of it up and down on the fly with one button. So that's really cool. Focus mode, all that stuff. Yeah. So a lot of really displayed include shapes and new. Oh, good. You know, this is funny. When the shapes are always PS5 shapes, like triangle, square, X. I bet you it's gonna have the Xbox shapes in here and labels now. So don't quote me. That's what I'm assuming this means because every time I do my input history, I wonder that's what it is. Display layouts for the X series. Okay. Updated multi display layouts. Boom, boom, boom. Up to date and number display layout. Okay. Add support for ASI, LV, LBC, and what? Oh, nice. Wait. Add support for ASI, LV. Wait, is ASI in the list? Nice. So you have an ASI. You can just do it from here. You don't have to go to the server. You just pull it right here. Nice. Shout out to ASI. I met them in person. Really, really nice people. Like, you know, some people are like super developers. They're kind of standoffish and little like whatever. ASI is not like that. They are so friendly. Like really, really, really nice. So shout out to Mitch. Shout out to Waz. Again, because you have iffy experiences with. There was a couple vendors that were Evo that were kind of iffy. They were busy, but they were kind of iffy. But the ASI team was super nice. Small button. Okay, I'm about to. Wow, there's a lot. Look at this. I'm still scrolling. This is just all the different things that the team worked on. So shout out to all the folks because this is open source, right? So shout out to everyone in the community helping bring this to life. All right, let me check the chat and I'll download this version here for the P12. Go. I feel like this came out of nowhere. Yeah, facts. Yeah. The FK2 is 121 free shipping with Varmillo, whereas 22, so it's 145 with no tears. That's good. 145 is good for the FK2. That's really good. Magnetic switches control. You can always calibrate. Yep. Shout out to that 3-inch plus Brook controller. That one is so goofy. Yeah, they dropped the price to 200, so it's come down. It's worth it now. You know, it's funny. 100% discount. Facts. Muhammad. Shout out to Muhammad Osman. Shout out to Muhammad. Happy Sunday, Muhammad. Have you seen the reviews of the Nova Blade? We're all looking for the Nova Blade. I'm trying to get one in too. Like we're all trying to get one in. and here's what I want to do. I want to compare it to the 8-bit dough as far as wireless, because the 8-bit dough, I played Tekken with that just fine. I also want to compare the keycap size, just everything, the things that I do to really dial in. I'm really curious where it falls in, and also as far as sensitivity, how it compares to the FK2 in a tournament, because I tournament every Tuesday. Even on winning or losing, you guys see me flip out or have fun. I'm in the moment dealing with people, so it's different than when you're just kind of like playing and testing and blah blah blah. When you're actually like trying to win, that's when you find out if you like something or you don't. Like, for example, fun fact, I'm finding out I do not like the Kailh spring season switches. I don't. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just a little flat to me. The force level's fine. I think they're green, but whatever it is about them, I'm just not feeling them. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I'm done. They make me upset. I forgot what I was doing. I was losing. I was okay. And I switched pads and I was winning. I go back and I'm losing. It's like, okay, it's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. But yeah. Let's see here. Oh, boys, what do you think about the HJK? I should be looking at my notes. I have notes of things to talk about, but I haven't looked at my notes. So HJK. And fun fact, this is on the way. This is already on the way. But this pad is out, and it's roughly the same price as the FK2. Only difference is the shipping on this thing was $50 flat. Can you see the shipping here? I think it's $50 flat rate shipping. I think I tried. This is the one I think I tried. I'm losing my voice. Yeah. So the shipping is $50. So this is $175. And I'm really curious what this looks like in person. That's what I'm really wondering about here. Everything there is a headphone jack on the bottom. All your buttons up top. You can't really zoom in too close. And I'm curious if these keycaps are 25 or 23s. I would assume 23s. Because it's kind of like your standard, but I'm not sure. Like a 23, 25, or either 25 with a 28 on the bottom. I can't tell. And I'm curious what I'm going to think of these keycaps in person, like, because everything looks different online. And this is the one. They have their own switch too. These are called the Luke switch. And they are a 0.8 millimeters. There's a short travel switch. Oh, it says 2. No, I think it's short travel. Again, I haven't been slept, so just bear with me. Power core, a locking power core, that's good. It looks like a booter port there, so that's really good. Customize your layouts. Okay, so that's cool. So that's good. So right at the box, you can customize it. That's really good to know. Comes with plugs, just like the Sapphires. That's really cool. This millimeter jack, I'm really curious about this because it doesn't say PS5 or Xbox compatible out the box. So I wonder how it's transmitting. Well, if you use a booter on some things, like the May flashes, when you use the booter, the audio passes through. So you use your headphones with your May flash joysticks and Leverless. And a booter, they will play the audio from Xbox and PS5. Because I tested that myself. It's in the, I forgot the way I did it's in the video, but I know for a fact that works. I did it. Function button, mode switch. So that's interesting. Wonder what the mode switches are. Controller, tournament, blah, 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 blah. Okay. 3 selectable gameplay modes. Interesting. Big anti-slip padding on the bottom and on top. And the size. And everything's in centimeters. We're in the States. How many inches is this? How many? Or you know what they should do? I'm getting used to millimeters. I'm becoming Mr. International Dr. Jones here, so I'm getting used to millimeters. They should have put millimeters, but it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I can't wait to see that one in person too. And I need to see if you can add artwork to this thing, because this one's on the way. Is there an art template? There is no template. How do you add the art to this thing? Huh. I have to figure that out. I looked that up. Should I write folks for the DOIO firmware builds, especially the HE models, because it's running DOIO closed source? Yeah. So DOIO, I would say this. As far as the new firmware 0712, I would tell everyone to wait a week. And that's just because there's so many hands in the cookie jar that the feature you use may have an issue. You just don't know it. And you want to have a good experience, because it's funny where you set your pad up, you get all your buttons configured, you have your menu system, dial, everything's set up. And then, oh, there's a glitch, not a glitch, but there's like a bug we got to troubleshoot. Reload, wipe your pad and reload it. And this is coming from experience. Having to like wipe your pad, because I do everything day one. So actually, I'm going to do this right now. Where's my cable? Where's my cable at? As I'm like talking, I'll do this right now. So it is nice to just... Okay, I need space. I need space. Put you over here. You have a stand. Let's put you on your stand. We're supposed to be talking about this guy. We're talking about everything else. It's the holiday season. We got a lot to talk about. connector right here. Okay, I got a big mess. So before I plug this in, but yeah, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, like the DIYO, I would wait because most of the vendors, like if your vendor, like the now think about it, Kailh, well, it's Kailh's out here. Let's see. I know Dual Pad is out here. 07. Where'd you go? Right here. 0712. So if you have an ASI, you can do it whenever you want. Don't do it now. Again, it just came out. Don't do it yet. Wait, like I know it's exciting and everything else, but to be honest, most times when they come out with new firmware, they sit for a good 3 to 6 months before you do it again, right? So don't feel like you need to do it tomorrow. Just know it's available to you is what I'm trying to say. So if you have an ASI LVL or either model, wait till next Sunday, and then it appears to me you can do it here. I'll check their Discord later on tonight or tomorrow. I have homework to do, so I'll check it tomorrow and see if it's custom or it's the one they're using when they sell you the pad. Because what I'm really getting at is with Dual Pad. Where's Dual Pad? Is Dual Pad gone? What? Dual Pad was on the list. That's weird. Oh no, because I like that. I like that. Dual Pad used to be. See that right here. So if you're on 0711, Dual Pad was in the list. You can just download this they have two versions, like their factory version and then just a stock version. And really the only difference was the menu system, for being completely honest. The menu system on their version was a little bit more complex, or not complex, but like more feature rich, whereas this is like your standard. So it is up to you. So I don't know. But anyway, DIYO, see they're not on the list. So any vendor usually takes at least 2 weeks to get it done. And again, they might even know, so you may have to ping them, or you might want to ping them and say, hey, there's new firmware, and they'll say, okay, we'll get back to you when it's ready. That way they know to get their people working on it. But even then, they'll probably wait a week to start, and then it'll take a week thereafter to get it done. Because, anyone in the development space knows you want everything day one, but there's always a catch. Not a catch, there's always a bug of some sort, just because that's the world we live in. Microsoft, you name the company, that's how it is. So you can't let the dust settle. After a week, it's more stable. And when I say a bug, it can be something simple like, oh, the word just spelled backwards. Like, it can be something stupid, but just don't feel like you need to be in a rush to do it. Let's hold start. Let's connect this bad boy. Boom, let's connect it. Flash nuke this real quick. Okay, so hold start, connect. I go to reboot, go to boot cell, and you guys can't see what I'm doing now, but I'm just going to drag and drop the files into it. It's not rocket science. And in the video, I actually show you how to do this in one of the videos that's coming out next week too. I might cut that small piece out just to have like a very, very, very short walkthrough of how to wipe your firmware. I'm losing my voice. That is not good. Where's Flash Nuke? Flash Nuke right there. Boom. So Flash Nuke this bad boy. It disappeared. It came back. Now I'm going to take the new firmware for 0712, drop it on here. It's loading. It's just copying the file and it should disappear. And when it comes back, I should see the logo. And boom, it should pop up. Yep, there it is right there. Boom, so there you go. It's loading. Make sure everything works. Yep, everything's working good. Okay, so now I'm going to take it off. I'm going to hold start. I'm going to connect this. And now we're in boot cell. And I can see the version on the top is 0712 right there on the top. Just like that, I'm done. So now when I come here, 0712. Boom, done. Latest version, current version, boom. Easy peasy. Let me check the chat. I'm sorry. Check the chat. Bobby Dev, I feel like nobody has reviews for the Nova Blade other than the Corsair partners. Yeah, facts. So I feel like it's a little bit biased. That's why I really want to get one in. Again, I am no better than anybody else, but the way I try to review and the way that my channel's evolved now, the way I review is, you guys see, I play with it again for 10-20 hours, and if you're wondering how I find that time, my wife goes to pick up the kids. It takes about an hour or two to get them to come back, so that gives me time to play. That's where I get the time. So anyway, so I do that, and then I make the video after, right? So then I play a live tournament, which you guys see me get annoyed or not annoyed, and then we talk about all the different things. And on Sunday we really dig deep into like every little nuance that kind of like either I like or don't like, and I compare it to other things, all that stuff. So yeah. But I'm thankful that people are putting the content out there, but I can't wait to, like, you know, everybody wants to do their own opinion. Like this, you know, we all are. So the first thing I do with all my pads, I come in here and I go to profile and I delete turbo because I don't use turbo. Can y'all see this? Yes, you can. And this is, I'm showing you this tomorrow, but I'll show it again. Boom, turn to function, I hit save. Right now, I usually call this home. That's just me. I'll save that. And then it says 6 now. Let's try it. 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, nice. You can have 6 profiles. Perfect. So I always have a Tekken 8 profile. I always have a Street Fighter profile. And I'll save that. And the other ones, I'll just leave it the way they are. And the only thing special that, if anyone's wondering about my Tekken profiles, is this button. The way I play Tekken, I'm basically holding it like this, but my thumb is here, like it's resting right there. So I'm always bumping into it. I get really mad. So I just disable. I used to take it out physically. Like if you look at my older videos, you'll see tape right here, or the keycap's all wobbly. I would literally take it out and tape it down because I would get so mad. Now I just disable it. I make a profile and just disable it. So shout out to GP2040T for making profiles, because it used to like really pee me off. I don't want to cuss. It used to, you know, pee me off. So you would just hit pin viewer, press the button you want to change, number 6. And I would delete this, and it's on PS4 with this GP20. I would just delete this and put, you know, nothing, and it works. Boom, no big deal. I'm sorry, let me come down here. I'm sorry. Orville, I saw a pro using the 8-bit dough on stream. Psycho, oh nice. Psycho Street Fighter 6 Kimberly player, oh nice. And a former Vermilla sponsor player, VX Bao, was sponsored by 8-bit in recent terms. Nice. Like the 8-bit dough Leverless is really nice. Like I like that thing. And like the only thing I didn't like was just the switches. But then I put the Lofree Specters in it, and boom, like it really felt so much better to me. I tried the short travel. I just didn't like them on that pad. The Lofree Specters were new at the time. I was like, I need something to put them in. I threw them in there, and I was like, oh wow, I like these a lot. They're really snappy, and they feel really smooth. What side hustle do you have to for? So, I dev work on the side. Yeah, and before, a lot of it too was just the watching, the viewing, like the ecosystem of, because it's a business, right? So the ecosystem of the business would fund all this. But now, since the tariffs things are slowing down, so next year it's probably going to slow down. We'll see how it goes, but that's really where it all. It's just it's not what people think it is. That's for sure, Bobby. I'll tell you that much. I'm not getting rich off controller. That's for sure. Views. That's for dang sure. By the 4% traffic. I go back to Philly, catch up with my cousins and my brothers and sisters. We hustle real quick, and I come back. Stay on your Dean and come back. Bro, shout out to the Sapphire. It's been my daily job for nice. The Sapphire is a great pad. Again, if you like MX switches, the Sapphire, and usually I grab stuff off the shelf, but everything's across the room, so I want to keep getting up, getting down. But the Sapphire it's really nice. You like MX, and it has everything in the box. Like and someone left a comment saying, well, it's made out of plastic. To be completely honest, when you're using it, you don't feel anything plastic because it has a nice weight to it. It feels dense. It doesn't creak. It doesn't. It's nice. I just like it. I mean, it's just nice. If you like MX switches, you'll like that pad. The X series is fantastic too. They're just a little bit taller. The Vermilla a little bit taller. The Fight Box. I need to reach the Fight Box. See if I can get another one of those sent in from last year. The Fight Box B Pro is out now, but the Fight Box, that one sits nice and low, so that one's really smooth, just like the Sapphire is. But yeah, all that stuff. Almost multiplied by 10, so 32 centimeters. Oh, that's a good point. Shout out to me being in the States. We can't count centimeters to millimeters on the fly. Well, I can't. Orville's like, I can't. Like, I'm just an American. America. How many inches is that? Orville, I mean, asking DOL to update firmware is crazy work. Facts. I would just write it myself to submit to them. Like, here, review it and then release it if you like it. That is facts. You know, DOIO is going to take. They're going to take a couple weeks to get it done, and that's not a bad thing. But I honestly feel like behind the scenes of DOIO, it is one person who's like a fantastic engineer, but he's so focused on that, right? Shout out to Crafty. Happy Sunday, Crafty. Crafty's at work. And Crafty shared some footage, some things they got to do at work, test drive some new cars. Like, it was really cool, and just going off road, all that stuff. So shout out to Crafty. But yeah, you know, the DOIO team is over there just hustling and slacking, right? Hustling and slacking. So before I forget, okay, so we run the firmware. Let me save this, and you'll notice that function, like when you do it once on the first one, when you start adding your other ones, it automatically remembers the home profile. So my function button's there. I'm gonna save that. And now we're gonna do the stuff you're gonna see tomorrow. So I come here. First thing I do is PS5. Is that a new option? PC Engine TurboGrafx. Oh wow, there's a TurboGrafx for mode there. Interesting. Okay, PlayStation Classic mode too. Interesting. Huh. Because I just come here and press it a couple times, I have everything. So Xbox, PS5, Xbox. Okay, nothing. And this is X input. That should be the last. I'm sorry, X input there. There you go, boom. Save that. Now we do the fun part. So I don't use SOCD and mode changing, all this stuff, because honestly, it's all right here. Like for pretty much all my pads, they stay the way I set them up. Like I don't need to come here and go at left analog, right. Only when I do this on is the Keys GK21, because it has all those buttons. I could play both sticks on that pad. But for everyday things, you just need the D-pad or the right stick. Like your SOCD, like I don't need to switch SOCDs on the fly. So I'm going to come here and just delete all this. Like give me more access. And this one is very interesting. S1, S2, and up is the home button. This is something like super legacy, because I don't even know what vendor uses this, but it has to be a legacy thing. I'm gonna get rid of it. All right, so first thing is button 1, button 2, button 3. I'm gonna turn the function. So when I hold function and I press button 1, button 1, button 2, or button 3, it's gonna do different things. We'll do this fast. And again, I do this so many times. I'm usually pretty quick about this. So this is how all my pads are set up, just like this. Okay, so I can go previous profile, next profile, I can reboot the controller. Then I skip 1 or 2, and then I'll add the menu. So menu on, left, that's gonna annoy me. So when I press the home button, which is A1, when I press left, when I press down, I press right, and I press up. I want the menu to appear when I press function home. So menu toggle. I want menu left. I want menu down. And I want menu right. And here, menu up. Okay, now for me, I'm going to hold this button and move around the menus, right? I like this to be my select, my back. So I'm going to hold turbo, select, hold turbo, press back. It's function, but I changed the turbo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to change to L1, change it to L2, and then I'll show you all the Hall effect thing that I saw the other day. Menu select right there, and menu back. Boom, and done. So now I turn function. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, and hit save. And just like that. So now I have my base set up, all my menu system is set up, and this is the video tomorrow shows you how to do all this. I go into add-ons. I do not play with turbo, so I'm just going to turn this off because I don't even need it. It just gets in my way. And here at the bottom, save this real quick. Here is the Hall effect setting right here. So, or if you're looking at this, this is like if you install the Pico firmware. See, I don't even know if you can get your firmware from DIYO now. If you want to just take your pads and try this out with one of yours, this is where you go to add-ons and Hall effects on the bottom. But I do not know how to use this, how to set this up, because I don't have a Hall effect pad, right? But here you can see the voltage to calibrate all, save trigger. You can do all that stuff. But again, I have no clue how this works because I don't have any Hall effect pads right now. But you get a clue like what's going on here. What else is new? Reactivate LEDs. What does that mean? Rumble. Oh, wait a minute. So Rumble might be coming soon, huh? Extender, rotary, gamepad, and people do. I should make a video about this too, because I use one of my mini controllers as my video editing controller. I'll connect to my Mac, and I have like different commands. I press the scroll forward, scroll backwards to cut the film, like chop it, all that type of stuff. All of your controllers are keyboards. I hope y'all know that. You can come in here and put it. When you put it in keyboard mode, here is what it represents. So up, I can make this be whatever I want it to be. The quote, number pad. You can make these buttons be whatever you want them to be. And it just shows you, hey, here's all the buttons on the controller you own. Your up, your down, your left, your right, your B1, B2. What do you want? Like shift is B1. You can change whatever you want. Left, right shift, left shift, all that stuff right here. Left, right, semicolon. You can make it do whatever you want it to do. And all you gotta do is like change your profile. So I can make a profile. I can call this video editing. And then when I'm in this profile, this is already set up, right? I come back to here, and when I go to keyboard mode, I can like change. This is what the buttons will. It won't longer be up. It'll be whatever I want it to be when I'm editing video. Because I have like command, like on a Mac, I think it's command left Left commands, one of these in here. Anyway, if you come here and play around right there, boom, control, left control, right control, because different controls mean different things, but you can figure all this out. It's not hard. You can make it do whatever you want it to do. But here's the next part. So this is also in the video tomorrow. Screen, make sure you turn this on. So if you leave your controller plugged in, it'll turn itself off and go to sleep. That's huge. Next thing, come to layout. Well, I'll come back to that. Go to mode. Here, this is how long you want your splash screen to appear. I like 3 seconds is fine for me. I haven't changed. I don't have my real images, so I'm going to change this so I know this is like me messing with this, not stock. I like this on every controller. The snow, this is how I can save my screen. Because these are OLEDs. Most pads are OLED screens. And if you leave it like this for like an hour or two, it'll burn in. So you don't want that to happen. So make sure you turn on snow. So come here, turn snow. I usually do it for 1 minute, turn on snow. I'll save that. And now you get to the real part. Here's where I do everything else. Do I want to see the mode like Xbox, PS5? Yes. Do I want turbo? I don't use turbo. No. D-pad? Yes. Left, right stick, D-pad? Yes. SOCD? I usually turn this off. I'm just going to leave it on for right now. Macros? I don't use macros. I'm going to turn that off. Profile? I want to know what profile I'm in. And then this is very important. Turn this on. And shout out to ASI LVO. That was the first pad that even let me know this is available to turn this on. Because it's huge. So every button you press, like you're playing, you feel like, I know I didn't press that. You can look down at your pad and see what you pressed because the input history is turned on. Let me see here. Steve, is it possible to use Ramilla's web config to do 2 extra left and right buttons? I don't remember. I know I should have an answer for that. What? Does it have extra buttons? Where's the Ramilla? How many buttons are the Ramilla? Get out the way, Windows. Yeah, it does have 2 bottom buttons. I'm almost guaranteed to say yes. I'm almost guaranteed, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you change them, you won't have an L3 or R3 button because it's the standard 12 plus the left stick, right stick. It's L3 and R3 is left stick, right stick. So if you do that, you won't have your left stick, right stick. Like I know for Street Fighter, you need R3 for something, and Tekken you need it also. So I'm almost guaranteed you can move them around. But yeah, all that stuff, all that stuff. Come back. Go right there. And then we'll talk about this. This is the part that I like. I would just extract the firmware from HO2, then look through the code base to see where it's talking. Yeah, there you go. There you go. See where it's talking to the other controller that DIY is using for the HE support. Yep. Since they solved it without you. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. The biggest thing is just hoping that you don't run into a headache after, when you flash nuke it, just hope you don't run into a headache. But yeah, that's a good point. Once I get access to that, I will learn the code base and make that updates. Yeah, that's a good point. You cannot use Vermilla software double bind directions. Okay, so you can't. There you go. You can do it on Steam though. Facts. And the controller will work with 2 directions, 2 lefts and 2 rights. Oh, nice. And again, and with that too, like I said, it's the controller is that controller is every button on a standard controller. So all your directionals, all these 4, and then your 2 clicks, L3, R3. So yeah. So here is the button layout on all of my pads. These board defines. If people don't know what this means, is that since I'm using, did I save this? I did save it. Okay. Since I'm using the Hot 42 COSMOX firmware, they have custom layouts for their custom pads. So now you can come in here and say board defined, and they have different layouts. And I'll show you. Here's a trick you can do. You're in here, press, what's this button? Press the A button, button 1, right? You can see your layout. Well, when I'm in here, I could try this one. And when I do that, it instantly shows up here. Now I'll change the second one here. You don't have to, don't save it, just click it. Go down to board define, alternative 0. Boom, see it changed? I can try define alternative 2 and just change it on the fly. So I love this new update where because before you had to save it and you had to like reboot web config and blah blah blah. Now it just does it on the fly. It's really nice. That's really nice. It's just like good creature comforts, right? Like, so shout out to the team that helped get that all going. So the Hot 42 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layouts. So that's interesting. So you should be able to find your pad in here somewhere. But for me, I don't use that. I just go to stick personally. And then I change this to fight board because I want to see every button I push. I want to know if it's working, just like that. So then for me now, mine looks like this. So my stick, you can't see it, but when I reboot it, you'll see the ball, just like a joystick, the ball top will move as I move, and the buttons, even the menu row and these all buttons will all activate on the screen. And actually I show that in the video too. So you'll have all that. All right, boom. So I'm gonna save this. So I save it. I'm gonna come, wait, did I get everything? Custom LED, I always turn this on too. I like custom colors. It's so fun. I don't really like care about colors. I just do it anyway. I want this pad to be green. I'm colorblind. It looks green to me. We'll find out. Green, and is that blue or purple? I'm gonna say it's blue. I'll save that. Come here, LED. I don't mess with none of this. Peripheral mapping. I don't mess with none of this. And yeah, we're done that fast, just like that. And tomorrow, and the video, I go over this button too in the video, like why, in my personal opinion, you should not use this one. I know setting this up is more of a headache, but you'll see in the video tomorrow why this works. It works just, there's no issues with this, but you really don't want to do it that way. Oh, wait, one more thing. You want to go config, you want to go to data backup. So make sure you save. Right, save that, save it. And don't forget to click keep on the top right, click keep. Now it's officially saved. Hit reboot. I'm gonna say controller. And boom, you'll see the saves. Now there's my white splash screen. There's my ball top. And now when I move, you can see it move just like a joystick. Can y'all see? Oh yeah, I can't see. Yeah, you can't see that. Boom, look at that. Yep, so there you go. And then all the buttons here are doing what they do. Yep, boom, that fast. So again, I went slow as I'm talking, but it's that easy. And then tomorrow, like I show everything I just did, you're gonna see tomorrow, Wednesday, how to do that. And then here's another thing. So now I hold turbo, right? When I want to change my profiles, I use these two buttons. It'll show on the top right here. And it's blurry because of the camera, but you get the point. You can see it bouncing around. I can go forwards, I can go backwards. So that way I have like, so when I'm playing on this controller, for example, with Street Fighter, my thumb is not here. I play like this. So my thumb is really out the way when I'm playing, right? So I can have these four, and I can have Super Punch, Super Shield down here and over here. Or down here. So usually I put, I'm trying to remember what I do. I think L1, I think is either here, and L2 is here. I forgot. I know the parry I put on the pinky, and then the Super Punch I put down here. Drive rush, drive rush, drive rush. And that's how I do it. And then when I'm playing Tekken, all I gotta do is just hold, where's turbo? Hold turbo and press this button, boom. It goes, you'll see the screen say TK8. And now this is disabled, R3, L3, or R3, L3. And this is disabled, and this one does whatever I want it to do. Sometimes it's heat, sometimes it's rage. You know, it depends what I'm in the mood for. And then that's how I do all every single one of my pads are set up that way. Every one of them. And since this one, look, there's the snow. See the snow going? It's protecting your screen by running the snow and keeping the display from like having one thing on screen. So it does that. And I have it set to 1 minute to do that. And to get out, see how it's not coming out of the face? Just press one of these buttons, it'll do it. Boom, now you're back. That easy. And now you're fixed. And now remember input history. Now I can see what I'm doing on the bottom. So we've all been there. Every one of us has been there where it's like, I didn't press that. Or especially when you're playing online with lag, you're like, what the heck is happening here? You're like, well, why did I do forward 1+2? Or this happens to me. Here's a better example. In my mind, I'm saying back 4. That's Fang's little whip kick. Back 4, back 4, back 4. And then down back 3 is his slide kick. In my head, I'm pressing this, and see, I just did it right now. I'm trying to do back 4, I do down back. So I do it all the time. But I'll get mad, I'll look at the screen, and I'll just shut up. I'm like, oh, it was me. It was me. I can see it. It was me. Whoops. But yeah. So boom, that's all set up. And now, wait, one more thing. So here's the menu. So now that's how you, why, here's the reboot, right? So you probably want like, why would you do that? Like, okay, why'd you reboot your controller? Here's why. When I want to go in web config, you have to hold start and like plug a cable, like all that nonsense. Don't do that. Hold turbo, hold start, and press button 3. Web config, da-da, you're right in there. Saves you a headache. All my pads have that. Now, the thing you're going to see tomorrow that's really valuable is, again, the menus, right? And the menu system is valuable to me because when I go to locals, or if I play in the house with my son, or I play with myself, if I'm on the Xbox with him, I got to switch to Xbox mode. Well, I got to remember which button to hold down. I think we've all been there where it's like you're plugging in, unplugging, plugging in, unplugging, trying to find the stupid button that is Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all that nonsense, right? Thank you. Thank you, man. You want the head up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. You know, all that stuff, right? So now I can just hold turbo. So the thing is, when you're doing this, don't let go. Hold turbo and press home. Where's home at? Home is right there. Boom, menu system. So now I can hold turbo, go up, go down. And X input, you can't see, but X input's the first option. I can press left. Well, actually can't be left. Go back. My select is here. Select and unselect. So press select, boom. Now I can find PS. It's in X input mode now. Go to PS5. Where's PS5? I can't see. Right there. PS5 mode. Select it. Boom. I could come here and change my profiles. I can say profiles, and there's all of my profiles in the list right there. Right? So I want Tekken 8. Hit save. Go down to exit. Do I want to save it? Yes or no? Say save. It restarts and boom, done. All that. Boom, boom. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So super valuable how all this works, and just super valuable on how to set it all up. It saves you such a headache, like such a big headache. You know, like when it just works. And again, shout out to the GP20 team, GP2040 team, just all the hard work. I helped out. I've done one small part. Like the layouts last year, there was like there's a Stickless 14, Stickless 16. That was me last year, but I just have not had the time to do it with it this year. But in 10 months, I'll be back in there helping out. I'm really looking forward. It's really fun, so I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I can't see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix my view. I was like, why can't I see something here? But yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. And again, they did a really great job just setting everything up, making it super easy to do and all that stuff. So yeah, shout out to the team. That's so now let's talk about the Gen 2. Quick here. Yeah. There it is. I had the wrong thumbnail. Whoops. I'm like replacing it real quick. Give me a second here. Got it. Boom. Fixed. So, and that's also what I'm saying. Like if there's no major need to upgrade your firmware, you probably don't have to do it now. It's more like a FYI that, hey, if you want to do it, you can, but I don't know if you're gonna be mixing anything yet. We'll find out in a week or two as more people start using it, talking about it. Like, hey, I found this new cool thing. Like when I first found the, I think it was 710, the next profile button. I was like, oh wow, you could like change your profile on the fly. They didn't have previous yet, but they had next. It was either 7.8 or 7.9 or 7.10, and then 7.11 they had it previous, or 7.10 whatever. But it was nice you could change. So little things like that I get into. Like, oh, that's cool. Like I saw the focus mode. So this is your focus mode right here, where you could turn off your home row. I never do it, but if you're in a tournament, you can turn that off. Now you can bind that to a function button if you want to. So all that cool stuff. Shout out to Tuxedo Snake. That's a cool name. Shout out to Tuxedo Snake. Say that fast 3 times. Tuxedo Snake. Tuxedo's. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. How can I do Korean backdash best with Leverless I'm practicing and wave dash too? Today is a bad day to ask you that. I know I should know this. Yes, you're talking about Tekken. There are videos that will give a better explanation I can in the moment, because I've been up since 4. I'm a little tired. But how can I say this? What you're really looking at is like when you Street Fighter. I know we're playing, because again, I'm a Tekken player as well. But when I was getting into Street Fighter and learning the different tricks, what's nice about Leverless is, for example, the Shuriken. Shuriken is forward Hadouken, basically like forward, down, forward, right? It's like all in one. You can see how like you really got like motion through it. What's nice on Leverless is you can do forward, down, forward, right? So boom, boom, boom. You can do that if you want to, but here's a faster way. Just go, hold this, and do like that. So, boom. Because the Hadouken's here, right? So forward. Too many fingers. And the point I'm trying to make is, when you're doing Leverless wave dashes, it's a lot of stuff like that where you may find doing like this, just holding like forward, boom, 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 like the character will go like this. I'm sure it's probably not making any sense. I should plug it back in. You might be able to see it. So I have input history turned on, but it's kind of small, but you might be able to see it. Forward, down, forward. See that? Oh, it's blurry. How can I make this focus? This camera do it? Oh. This one's upside down. Can you see better with this camera? Okay, I'm upside down. You can't see it. I'm sorry. You can't see it. But you get the point. But there are... FeedEx probably has one of the best videos, I think, if I remember right, that goes through how to do it fast and fluid. I would say look at how he's displaying it, because I think he goes through like pad, joystick, and leverless, and he'll give you a better explanation than I can. But I really want you, before you even walk into the video, so the point I'm trying to make is get in your head that your brain is telling you forward, down, forward, forward, right? You know, boom, boom, forward, down, forward. That's the motion your brain tells you. But from my time with Street Fighter and equivalent to Tekken, it's just hold, boom, boom, like little things like that. There's so many tips and tricks because the SLCD, it's ignoring what you're doing. I can't explain to you in any better way. So you may find that like you may have to go hold forward and press like back, and that means nothing. So like forward, back, back. So you may go like boom and do stuff like this, and it might just. So wait, can you see it here? You can't see it. See how it's moving? Ah, you can't read it though. It's so blurry. You can kind of see the motion there. You see like down, down, forward. So there's little things like that where you're just like hold, you know, so little things like that. But again, I don't play Mishima most. I play Fang. Fang does have a wave, technically a wave dash, but to be honest, it's a Hadouken. His thing is down forward. So even then, like with a controller with Fang or a joystick, you're going like this, right? Hadouken, you know, boom, 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 right? Like that. On Leverless, it's kind of faster. And it's good and bad because it's so fast that you're trying to do 1, 2 button at the same time, like boom, button, right? But you start twitching so fast that you mess your hands up. You'll know what to do. I'm just trying to like prepare you for what you're about to go through. But it's like 1, 2. Oops, here you go. Like that. Here's what I'm trying to say. When there's lag involved, that's when you see weird things going on. Like when I play a Wi-Fi player, my inputs get kind of funky. We all had that same problem. Right? You're playing something on Wi-Fi and things just act weird. You're like, what the heck is going on? Why am I getting missed inputs? But on a perfect, like go to practice mode and you'll figure it out. But yeah, here's my next advice. Okay, and this is probably in the video I'm talking about that shows you how to like generally use these. Once you learn the command to do it and you did it once, like you do it like 2 times, you're good. Stop playing the game, go sit on the couch and do it on the couch, because you need to get your muscles, like your mind is going to be so frustrated, it's going to mess up your hands. So sit on the couch, put on a show, you can like put on ridiculousness, like put on anything you could care less about, and just sit on the couch. And like for me, I would sit there like at night with my wife, she would watch certain shows, I was put on my lap and I was go softly. And then player 2 is where I'm having, I start doing this player 2 side. Now the other way. And see how like my fingers are like twitching because they're fighting, right? But you just want to sit in the couch in your lap. However you sit in the chair, do it in a chair or in your lap. However you play, and just do dumb stuff like this. The Shuriken, hold, tap, hold, tap. And I still forget when I play Street Fighter. I don't play Street Fighter all the time, but you get the point. If you get your muscles going when you get into a real match, your brain will say wave dash. You see what I'm saying? And it'll just do it. It'll just do it. But that's the trick to like, especially Leverless, is because down is up and up is down, and all these things are kind of happening. You need to just build your muscle memory, and then your hands will just do what you're thinking, and you won't be like forcing. Because I feel like we all play these. You don't really have to think. Like I know when to do Hadouken, it's down forward. So you like it's so long to get there that your body just does it. It's almost like a rhythm game, right? Whereas with these, it's so fast that it's like a twitch. So you'll get the wrong twitch. You're like, dang it, I didn't want this. I wanted this. You know, little weird things like that. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that translates what I'm trying to say. But yeah, no problem. Tuxedo Snake, that's a cool name. No problem. And let me know how it goes. I'm curious if I'm also 2 things when you figure out what pads you're on, what switches you're using, because that makes a very big difference. Because these are the Tikitaka Panda V1s. These are 30 force. They're super soft, but I don't know what they did. The spring here is super springy, which I like. So when I first tried it, like, this is way too soft for me. But on this plastic base, these feel fantastic. But for this has the shadow hunting. These are like short travel, right? So I barely touch them, they activate. Like, I'm barely touching it. So with these, it's a different motion because they activate so fast. You have to kind of like flick it, right? Whereas with these, since they're like twice the travel, which it sounds like it's a lot, it's really the same. It's very shallow, but it is twice the height technically, right? So when I'm pressing with these, I have to be, it's the same motion, just a little bit more intentional. I don't know how to say it. It's a little different. And also I have O-rings under all my keycaps. Right, you see that little ring in there? And it's a small O-ring. So what that means is it actually it raises the keycap barely, but what it does is it makes the travel shorter technically too. It makes it quieter and a little bit shorter, and it's like when I mash, it's not as, it doesn't, like, I don't feel it in my hand. It kind of absorbs the impact, so you get like a quieter feel. It's a little bit snappier because it's activating faster. It's softer. All those things play in a factor, but they can add a little bit of weight. So, you know, depending on the switch you put it on, it can like slow your switch down. So all my short travels, none of those O-rings, because I don't like the feel. It's too short in that case. But yeah, you'll start figuring out what you like and don't like, how to dial it. But I hope that makes sense. How about Korean backdash? Do you know? Yes, the Korean backdash. Again, if I was playing the game right now, I could show you better. But when it's a lot of like, I should turn it on because I got an hour before I got to leave. It's almost like you're holding back to walk back, and you just tap down. Just do like this. Just hold back and just keep doing like this. And you'll see the character go, it'll start backing away. Because if I plug it in, wait, this has a bigger screen. Come on, load it. Okay, my input. Yes, good. Okay, is that clear? So see, that's back, down, back. It goes back, down, back, down, back. So you just do like this. That's the same thing as going down, back, back. Like, or is it this? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying to remember because the game's not on. So it's either hold back, down, and forward. Because what happens is I'm holding back, right? When you hold forward, they cancel each other out. See how nothing's lit? It comes back on. If I hold forward, it cancels, goes back to forward. So you can go like, I'm almost guaranteed it's something like this. Maybe it's that one, because that's back, down, that's it right there. That's it right there. You hold both. You hold both like that. You hold both and just tap one. That's what it was. Yeah, I should know this by heart, but in the moment I'm like trying to think. But once you start playing with these type of things, I'm telling you right now, make sure your SSD is in neutral, which is the standard, right? But once you start figuring out, you're going to start realizing it's a lot less flicking on the leverless. But it's also a mind twist, because whenever you go to someone's house, your brain's going to be like, hold back and just do like, you'll be doing this wiggly wobbly stuff and it's not going to work. So, but once you figure it out on your controller, you're going to be very happy. I think. And again, that's if the SOCD is in neutral, which pretty much the tournament standard, the tournament requirement is neutral. So that should be what you're looking for. But FDX, I think is the one that, because I haven't watched it in a long time. I should watch it again. It's one of those things that we all should be practicing, right? But I haven't watched it in such a long time, I forgot. But FDX, Korean backdash. Yep, FDX Korean backdash. There it is. Right here, boom. This is the one. This is a good one. And it's short. It's only 5 minutes. Dang, he looks young. 5 years ago. How young he looks. Look at young FDX. Wow. He looks like a college kid. That's so funny. But what you'll want to use is, there's no timestamps. Just scroll through. There's a point where he goes from, see, he's a controller, joystick, leverless. Wait, is there, maybe there's a new one. Anyway, I'm not going to be a dead horse, but when you start going on the rabbit hole, you'll find it. You'll find a video that works for you. And I think there's another guy's like Brian F. I think Brian F is the name. I forgot. I think it's Brian F. I think is his name. Chris F. This one is really good too, and it's short. It's like 5 minutes too. This was a year ago. So Chris F. Shout out to Chris F. and shout out to Fidi. Chris and I, he's way ahead of me as far as subscribers. He's at the 30-some thousand, so he's definitely doing very good. So shout out to you and all your success. But this is the one. that helped me a lot too, where again, my characters don't really use a lot of stuff, but for little things, the time was super valuable. And he shows you all the shortcuts and tricks to kind of like get around all this. And this is why I never made a video kind of like showing how to use a controller, because I felt like they already did it. But the video I'm going to make is less of this and just less of that type of stuff. And just, again, this just came out the box. Like, how do you get your brain to stop saying up and start saying down? Like, you know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff is what I'm going to do in my video. And that way I can keep it short and provide value. And then I can recommend, hey, if you're playing Tekken like I do, check out these things to learn the technical ins and outs. Now you've been using this for 2 weeks now, because most people get it and they want to do it day one. You're not going to figure out Korean backdash day one, all this stuff, because your hands they're going to fight you. They just will. But once like now my brain is like ingrained, this is up, this is down. Like, I rarely make mistakes. It's so bizarre how you're playing and it just happens. Like, sometimes I'm talking to y'all and I'm like winning and I'm like, oh crap, like I blanked out. Because your hands just do it, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come here. So, shouts to Tuxedo Snake. Good name. Sunday. Hope makes sense and helps. Okay, so let me grab an S. So here's this S is all mangled because I was doing something to it. Let me turn the fan on. It's like burning up. Much better. Oh my god, I was dying in here. It's like, why am I so hot? Once you do it enough, it'll become, that's the whole point, it'll become natural. And that's where you're going to be frustrated. Like, don't let the frustration take over your willpower, because once you lock in, again, it may take you 2 weeks, but again, it's just muscle memory. But another thing, I'll give you a glimpse of the video. I keep grabbing the wrong dumb top. This is the G top. I always grab the dumb G top. I'm gonna label this thing so I never grab this again, because nobody uses the G layout. It's always the S. So anyway, what you want to do is, like, especially for Street Fighter, like even Tekken, put the computer to punch, low kick, punch, low kick. That's all you want. And you just want to do back, down, back, excuse me, back, down, back, back, down, back, and just like break your memory to do this. And then you can start, okay, let me try to like counter. Back, down, forward. You know, like you block it, low kick, parry. There's low parry. Back, block, low parry, block, low parry, block, 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 block. So you're really trying to figure that out. Block, jump over, block, jump over. So, and now doing player 2 side, back, down, back, down, back, low, back, low parry, back, low parry. And that way you can sit on the couch and just watch a show and just boom. And slower you go, the faster you learn, because you're building muscle memory, right? Back, block it, low block it, block it, low block it, parry it, block it, jump over. You can do whatever you want to do. Just make sure that your fingers do what you're asking them to do. Do the other side, and very like I'm very intentional. Like, I'm doing all this. Like, it looks stupid. It looks stupid while you're doing this, because once you get fast is easy. But if you start out fast, you're gonna start jumbling everything up. Back, down, forward, back. I'm upside down. Jump forward. That'll get your hands like giving you what you want from them. And then, like I said, you do that for a week, and you can take 5 minutes or 30 minutes, just sit on the couch, and your hands should hurt for a little bit. Like, okay, because it's new muscle, you're building new muscles, so they're going to hurt a little. Take a break. If they hurt, take a break. Chill out. Come back 5 hours later. Like, all right, let me try it again. Do it 10 times and leave it alone. And then, like I said, within 2 weeks, you're gonna realize, like, oh crap, like now you can start sidestepping, back, sidestep. Sidestep up, sidestep down. Like, do both. Sidestep, low parry, sidestep, low block. And then within 2 weeks, now you start doing real combos. 4, 3, 4, and then it's like, it just locks in. It just locks in after that. So the Ultragen 2, this is the versus, right? So I'm gonna try to pull as much as I can, as fast as I can, so we can get out of here. this is the S. The S is their smallest pad, the smallest layout, and any questions asked along the way. This was, you know, if you like small, tighter spacing with one large on the bottom, and ignore this missing because I was doing something, right? The S layout is really nice. If you like compact, the S layout's really nice. All those things you cover in the S series, right? When it comes to this pad, I should have brought the top up here, but the S is the smallest, and the S is the S. And you look at the P, and you're like, well, why would I want the S or the P? Your biggest question is, do you want to change the artwork on the top and the bottom? Get the S. No, or you just want like something right out, like out the store, plastic right out the store, everything else, just get the P. But the layout is exactly the same. When you put this top, if I took this apart and put it on top here, they're exactly the same. Yeah, the menu row is different, blah, blah, blah. You're playing the game, they're going to feel exactly the same. The, what do we got here? The M Lite. So the M Lite to the S, this looks bigger because the frame is bigger, but all they did was take the same layout and just slap it in a metal case. So this is compact, it's nice and cold and metal. And this right now I have the Kailh ice cream, so those just came in, the Kailh ice cream switches, and they feel really nice on this pad to me. Well, I like them. I haven't tried the new Surfer and the new Silent Voids yet, but just, you know, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, if you like an S, those are the first three: the S, the P, the M Lite. And then if you want a full size S, you would get the M Ultra Gen 1. The Gen 1 to the Gen 2, tighter spacing. They're almost exactly the same. But see how the keycap. This is the same thing. They just put a light ring around each keycap. So since you put a ring, like a physical light ring, you had to put a little bit more space to fit the lights. So if you want, and this is, from what I could tell, this is going away. So if you have a C, I'm gonna pull the C off the shelf, but if you have a C now and you want tighter spacing, you will get the Gen 1. If you have the C now and you just want the left pinky, you get the Gen 2. Because this is just a C. This is just like, I'm gonna pull the C out in a second. But these four, excuse me, these four make up the S family. And they're called the S family because the S started them out. The S was the first one, right? And the S is the acrylic, like this is the S family. You know, if anyone knows the S is compact, if you want full size, you get this, and that's kind of that. Right? Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Now, the C family. Let's grab the C. And I was thinking the other day, I should probably start calling this the R family because the R did come first. The R is the acrylic, right? But I call it the C family because the C is a standard layout. Like most pads you buy are going to feel like these two. Like 9 times out of 10, I was looking at my Switch list, the majority of pads are S and C's. Small buttons across the body, one large on the bottom. Small buttons across the body, one large on the bottom, but slightly wider because they put light rings around each keycap. So it's barely wider, right? But you get the point. So your C family, the C family, you could take the top off. If you like playing with rings, you can see the light rings are right there. They're clipped in. They're really tight. You can't get them out. If you like playing with rings, you can just take the lid off and play it this way. You know, however you're going to do it. But the C it's one of my favorite starting pads because you get everything. You get a metal base, you get a plastic top, you get the lights, you get the lights and the buttons are really nice. You could change your artwork by just pushing the button right here in the back. It's just a little thumb. It just pushes the art. It just lifts. You can't see it in the video, but it lifts the art up basically. You get the magnetic top. It's clear acrylic, right? The new ones are frosted, which I do not like, but they say they were worried about scratches and like fingerprints. I don't care. I prefer artwork. So, but if you notice yours comes with a frosted top, it's not you. You're not going crazy. They just changed their vendor. And honestly, I think behind the scenes, personally, I think it's tariffs. I think the tariffs, because I personally know 2 vendors that I met at Evo that had to switch their acrylic vendor because their main one went out of business. They tried 2 others. They had bad experience and the 3rd one worked. So I think that's what they're going through as well. They're trying to find another vendor to get it done. But the C, this is a really good starting point. You can't go wrong starting with the C. You just can't. It's really. I used to say the S because it was affordable, but now the tariffs are in place. Like you got to spend a little bit. Just get the C. The R, and oh here. And when I put the top on here, you can see everything lines right up because the R I used to call an S plus because it has rings. See the rings on here? So the spacing is tight, just like the S, but it's slightly wider. Well, now the C is here. The R is just a C. The only difference is the bottom, the up button is slightly higher on the C. Excuse me, on the R and on the Gen 2 M Ultra because, you know, but they're all in the C family, which is basically like an S plus, like barely wider than the S, barely. So if you're on the R today and you like the rings, you got to stay with the R. There's nothing else that kind of fits. The only other option is the Kailh GF16, which is all metal, but you don't get the left pinky. Right, but if you want a metal version of the R, this is a closer. This and the GF16 are closer you're gonna find. It has the left pinky here. This button here has been moved, and some people with their Korean backdash they use this button somehow. Like, because again, if you're a Kazuya player, they're doing they do all types of weird things. They're doing stuff like this. They're doing stuff like this. Like they're because he's such a strict character. They are Korean backdashing their butts off. So you'll figure out what works for you. Hold on, my headphones are down. Let me switch ears. But the C and the R, the C and the R are essentially the same thing. They're essentially the same thing. If you yeah, if you want rings, you would get this. If you don't want rings, you want metal, you would get the M Ultra Gen 2. That's the very, very high level. And then I consider, I say this all the time, the C is the most unique layout they offer as well. Because you can find your standard layout, your left pinky layout, your rings layout, your unique CS, you know, where you have your 2 pinkies on both sides and a center button, your pills, it has the pills going around the edges and your pills on the bottom. The CS, the C, the whole C family is the most unique layout, unique designs. That's where they really like, they just test and try things out. In that layout, which is really kind of cool. See. So that is the whole C family. And again, I could call it the R family, but I'm called this. It's better called the C. The C, and the C is the Generation 2 M Ultra is taller than the C. So if you like a wrist rest, you get more with the Gen 2. Whereas the C, see, I'm kind of hanging off the edge. I have long hands, so I wear triple X riding gloves. My fingers are long, so you're kind of hanging off the edge. But when once you own this, you don't notice it. You really don't. At first you do, but after a while you don't notice it. But yeah, that's like the main thing there. So the C, the M Ultra Gen 2, the R. Oh, come here. And the CS, that is your C family. There's 4. I feel like I'm missing one. I'm a little tired, but that's the 4 in this family. Now let's do the T family. I got the T's. What's funny is I got a comment, they were like, made you get all the pads? Like, why'd you, how'd you come up with this list? To be honest, I started doing reviews kind of by accident, January 2024. And ironically, this pad right here is where I started as far as this type of content, right? So that happened, and I started doing different marketing videos, and I started buying my own pads. And before you know it, I just started having all of them. So now it's a thing where I kind of have to keep getting them all because I have them all. And it makes me feel good when I can help people understand which is which and which one to consider, because there's so many. I can see how it gets frustrating. And Tuxedo, first of all, shout out to Tuxedo. I want to stop and say thank you. I really appreciate the super chat donation. It means a lot. Lemon Character raising both hands and thumbs up. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad it helped. And so the T, this pad here, this one's the one I use most for tech, just because the way my hands sit. Large keycaps across the whole pad. So that one on the bottom is across the whole pad. So if you have like an 8-bit dough, a Kitsune, I'm looking at my shelf. The 8-bit dough, the Razor Kitsune, the 8-bit dough. I feel like I'm forgetting one. And the T, and the ones I'm about to show you right now, those all fit into this style where all large across the body, wide spacing, all that stuff. Or if you have like fat fingers, you would be looking at something like this, right? So here's a T. Acrylic on the top and bottom, so you can change the artwork on the top and bottom. You have the M. I know I forgot. I'm gonna grab the shelf. I was like, I know I'm forgetting something. I know exactly what it is. The M. The M is just it's the same thing as the T, same layout. It's just super compact. Look how small this is. But it's metal too, so it's like a super. It's not super, but it's a compact version of the T. But again, it's metal, so all that good stuff. And I might. This has ghost switches. I might take these out and put the new switches in here to try it out. I need to test them out on something. I might test it. I have ghost switches on so many pads just because it was at the time it was new. I might just put them in here. We'll see. The M, and then I should pull out Evo, but Evo's on the shelf. Wait, before I show this one, we'll save that. There's the U and the V. So here's the V. Let me grab the U. So here's the U. And a lot of people think the U and the R are the same thing. They are not. Right here. Nothing but. Here, it's upside down. Here is the R top. I should take the stand off. I know, but you can see that's perfect. Look how tight the R is compared to the U. See how the U is like, you can't really tell. You can't tell. But the R is tighter. Here's the T top. What do you know? It's the exact same layout. Exact same layout. All right. So the T family, like I said, the U, this is just a T if you want rings. That's really all this is. And it's a little bit different. These are 20, essentially these are 23. They're 20 keycaps, but essentially it's 23. And this is essentially almost like a 28 because it's 25, but it feels like a 28. So that's the only difference. Same spacing as the T, just like slightly smaller. People want to slide, but I don't think on any pad you can slide. You have to figure it out how to do it. The Vermilla FK2 is the best sliding pad out of all of them, but there's one more that's really good. The Tikitaka with the Shadow and switch, like the short travel switch, is really good, but I don't do that, so I'm not really going to get into all that mess. But hold on. So the alarm is going off, but yeah, so here's the U. It's plastic on top and bottom. You can just pop this off, change your artwork to whatever you want it to be, and all that good stuff. Super easy. So if you like the T now but you want rings, you would get the U. And then we get to the V. The V is just a plastic P. I mean, it's not a plastic, a plastic T. So if you have the P now and you want like a T size P, so here's your S, here's your T. You would just get this. The major thing is you can't change your artwork. It's the only, which I hope they make just, If they would just sell the accessory, that'd be fine. Like just a clear top would be perfect. But this top it's sealed. Like you have to like take this off the acrylic. And it's thick too. It's actually like a really nice top. And there's your base there and all that stuff, but you just can't. You can't change it. So if you want a plastic tee, you'll get the V, you know, all that good stuff. Now we get to the main. So this is the M Plus is the one I use the most for Tekken, probably. Or not the most, because I switch out my pads all the time. But when I'm getting my butt kicked, I'll grab an M Plus or a T. Yeah, I grab one of my T's or one of my M Pluses just because I'm familiar with them the most. But the for that game, when I go to Street Fighter, I'll grab something else. Like I don't grab these for Street Fighter. I usually grab this. I'll grab the dual pad Zen. I'll grab the ASLVO. I'll grab all types of stuff for Street Fighter because the Gao keys, GF16 metal. I got a bunch of stuff for Street Fighter. Any game that requires 4 buttons, I grab different pads. But only one that requires 8 buttons. 8 buttons. But Tekken is primarily a 4-button game. You have Heat and Rage, but you're not pressing them all the time. Like low, medium, high. You're not doing all this stuff. So these 4, I prefer a bigger button with that type of game. And yeah, with the metal base, whatever switch you put in will be louder. What do I have in here now? The spring season. These are coming out immediately. I was testing these out like the past like 3 or 4 months, but these definitely be coming out this because I love the design of this on this particular pad. But the spring season switch, I just don't. They're just flat to me. I'm sure they're good for like side scrollers or keyboards, but I'm not gonna go and rabbit. I'll stop. But yeah, actually, I might put the voids in here. Well, no, I know what to do. When the Kailh kite black kites, the short travel quiets, I'm gonna throw the Kailh quiet ones in here. The silence, the short travel silence. I'm probably gonna put in this pad. But anyway, that is your T family, and put the T away, and we'll only talk about metal, and we're done. Where is? Put this up. So if you want metal, you have your M Light. You have, which is just an S. It's just an S. Don't drop it. You have your M. And see how you can see it's bigger there on the bottom because it's this T layout. It's bigger keycaps. It's the same small frame, like, but it's bigger because it has bigger keycaps. Needs more space. So you have your M Light. You have your M, and I keep doing this. So you have your M Light, you have your M. The next metal, the M Ultra Gen 1, which is just an S, right? So you have your S compact, your T compact, your S full size metal with COSMOX branding, all really, really nice. COSMOX, the full size S, the full size C. I put the other one in. This is a full size C, and then your M Plus is a full size T. So in their metal lineup, you can find all 3 families, and their compact metal, you find 2 of the family, and then you're kind of done. So what they've done a good job with the way they kind of do it all is they really let you decide: do you want metal, plastic, or acrylic? Do I want to change your artwork? I want acrylic. Do I want just something light off the shelf out of a store? You would get the plastic one. And if I want metal, and again, these are called Lamy labels from FedEx, but you can use vinyl wraps, all the different stuff. Shout out to OMG is Dose. You can find lots of people, especially in the Hot for 2 Discord. There are lots of vendors in there that are making these type of things, and that can customize your artwork for you, all that good stuff. But that is the fan. I know what you're thinking. Well, where's the X series? Where's the B and the G? There, I'll show this really fast, just kind of like wrap things up and put this away. My buddy was laughing. He's like, you go through all these pads? Like, well, this is my time to get back to the community, right? the channel wouldn't be here if it was for everybody. So it makes me feel good to give back as I receive, right? So here is the G. The G pad is their MX switches. They're tall. They're like 4 to 5 quarters tall at the base, just like the X series. But with this pad, these keycaps will go flying off. They will make you mad. So be prepared to like buy new keycaps, to swap them out almost immediately. These are their old style keycaps. They just do not hold tight to the switch. This is their first gen keycap, and they're horrible. I'm just calling space. They're gonna work for like a month, and then like as soon as you need it, you're gonna be playing a match and just gonna go flying in the air. And now you're hitting this tiny little. You're gonna get pissed. You're gonna get upset. But as far as the pad, fantastic. The G series is great. It's the same size as the S. You can't tell because I put this. This is a cheap box footsie. And I need to figure out how to use Twitter so I could ping Cheapbot Footsie and see if they're gonna make more for Christmas, because this extender is really valuable. It's not so much as like price, but like quality of life, right? It makes playing the game so much easier with this extender on there, and it has like a hook. You can carry the thing around. It's kind of cool, and the texture's nice. All that stuff doesn't scratch off them. That really nice stuff. But shout out Cheapbox team. I don't know them, but shout out to them. And then here is the B. This is the smallest pad they offer. You cannot play this on your lap. I mean, no, you can't. It's small. But the Cheapbox footsie on here is really cool. It goes on here like super easy. And when they sent this to me, these come out. Look, these things that just come out, and they're just like, they're hard. Like I'm squeezing the heck out. It doesn't like crimp or nothing. So the thing was, I guess, depending on your hands, so you can see my hand is like this thing is not as big as much. I'm like swallowing this thing, but I guess some folks were playing and their wrist was hurting it. Not, you just get irritated because you're sitting like this. It's kind of sitting on you like that. You probably can't see that. So now they have these you can buy. It's like $8, and yeah, mine came free with my controller because again it was new. So they don't know who I am, so they just sent it in the box like, hey, here's something we're offering now too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have them. And I'm like, oh wow, it's kind of cool. And then now I have it. I'm like, oh, I kind of wish I had it for this one, the other ones. But yeah, the B. Once I put this on the B, it's more of a medium size. So the height is not as tall. Like you probably can't tell. Like if you have an S or B, it's just taller. I can't describe it right now. Where's the S right now? So see, the S is still it's taller than the S, but it's nowhere near as tall as this. Like y'all see that it's nowhere near as tall as the Gen 2, but it makes it a noticeable difference. What it is it's wider though. It's like barely wider than the M Ultra. And what's nice is I can play this on my lap now. And you know what's so funny? 2x KO. Sometimes Street Fighter 2, certain games like that, I actually like playing with a keyboard. Like it feels, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels smooth. I never use this button, but as far as like, and it's leverless. See like the levers down here, the button here, and the B is kind of being discontinued from what I can tell also. But I see them on Amazon at one of their official stores. So Amazon may have their last remaining stocks of B, of G, and M Ultra Gen 1s. Those three, don't quote me, but from what I could tell, I personally think it's a terrorist. I think the terrorist is that they're kind of like not supposed to being phased out. It's just they're not refilling the stock, you know. But yeah, the B, no screen, but you get your pass report and all that stuff. But who cares? Like it does what it's supposed to do. It plays smooth. The switches, these are MX switches. It comes right out. They're easy to do, and the keycaps never fly off. Unlike the G, the keycaps always fly off in this dumb thing. But the pad itself is fantastic. But the keycaps, you just have to change keycaps because you're gonna get upset. Or I forget, if you have an S now, the Cheapbox footsie, there's the Heroic Designs extender, the Cheapbox footsie extender. Those are the two that I know for extenders for the S. They fit real nice in there, but it makes it big enough to play on your lap. So if you're on a tight budget and you want the because this is the M Ultra Gen 2, but this is for the M Ultra Gen 1. So you want something like this, but you're on a tight budget. You could probably find the S for like $30. The Cheapbox footsie is like $30. It's like $60, like the price of a C. Well, you might as well buy the C. But if you start looking around, you maybe figure it out yourself. But the point being is, you can have an S with this extender in here. You take it apart, you put new screws in, and it seals right up and it doesn't come out. It's all stable. And you get all the biggest thing is you get actually your ports. because the Potato, he had one also, but his blocked off the ports, right? Whereas the Cheapbox Footsie and the Heroic Designs, those two give you all three of your ports, your 2 powers and your pass-through. So, you know, there you go. Yep, that's that. Let me put this back. And last but not least, we had the big boy. Let's see, shout out to Huzaifa Malik. Did I say that right? Huzaifa? Yeah, I said that right. Huzaifa Malik. Happy Sunday, Huzaifa Malik. I just ordered the bee from... You found it, because in the States... Let me check, because the bee was gone. Somebody asked me about it. I couldn't find it. Oh, it's back out here. Okay, good. And see, that's the thing. It's so cheap. It's $20. It's like 25 bucks. So you can get that, and then you just Google Cheapbox Footsie, and they have like a Twitter page. You can reach out to them on Twitter or go to their Etsy stores where I got mine from. So you go to their Etsy store, right here, boom. And don't look at the $8. That's wrong. The $8 is those little wedges I showed you. See, they're sold out. Dang it, because the plugs are $8. But and they have different colors. They have like gold and white, because at the time the black sold out, so it's like, oh, I guess I'll get the white. The white came in. The white looks really nice. I was shocked. It looks really good. This is that yellow? I'm colorblind. It's gold or yellow. This one actually looks really good from the pictures. I was like, man, I should try that color. Once I got the white, I was like, man, I should have really tried something different just to like have some fun with it. But the white was really nice. No, I did Clout White, I think it was called. What's it called? Clout White. Mine was called Clout White. And that's right, it has a lanyard piece thing in there. But anyway, that's good to know the bee is back out there, because the bee is a good pet. If you like keyboards, you know what I'm saying, for people that like a keyboard style, the bee is super affordable, 26 bucks. And I'm not even logged in, so it might be cheaper. I don't know. Come back. I was on X series. So the X series is that one pad that I think y'all can't see. It's a big boy, so I'm trying to fit it on here like that. I want to bump my camera. Let's just do it this way. Take this off, put this here. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll see. Okay, boom, you can see. The X series, if you know you're going to change your modules, get the X. If you have I put it back, but if you have the B with the MX switches, not the S, but not the keyboard, but the B. You have the B and you want a full size, you can't find Cheapbox Footsie, you want a full size base. Get the X MX edition, and that will give you these switches right here. And they feel really nice. They're really smooth. The keycaps never fly off. They're really good. If you plan to change the modules, like here I have the joystick. And again, here's all the modules. Can y'all see that? Come here. Okay, there you go, boom. You get your tool, your cable. This is the LP. So the low profile is what I use the most, but I don't have it set right now, because if you only use the low profile module, I would probably tell you not to buy the X, because you could just, I can't fit. Come here. You could just get the Ultra Gen 1 or Gen 2 for like, and you'll save yourself 20, 30, 40 bucks. Just get one of these two. But if you have a feeling you might change the modules later, then you will get the X LP. But if you only use MX, the X Series MX is fantastic. It's a good value. And then once you have it, you can add the things later, right? Because here's the joystick module and all that stuff. I went through this like 2 weeks ago. Just remember, if you do this, do not mix and match your switch. In the video I say mix and match, don't do it. Only do the same switch. Yes. And let me check here. This is my design. You like the design? Nice. The design, the ones that have my B and G, those are last year. Those were like Google images, and then I started doing ChatGPT last summer. It's like my R, a couple of other ones just have like real unique like homemade images. And now ChatGPT is kind of broken, so I've been using, actually I haven't used any. I'm running out of like all my stuff I made last year. I ran out. for new pads. So now to a point where I have to start making new artwork, I'm a little frustrated because GPT-3 was the good one. Now GPT-5, it's good for like development and stuff, but when I ask for images, it makes some ugly artwork. It's like disgusting. It looks really cheap. So I got to figure out how to talk to it. But yeah, and as far as the X series, what's really nice about this, and you know, I really hope they do this. This pad is your S, your B, your S, your G, and part of your B. And I hope they add the other modules. What do I mean? The S series is low profile, directional action buttons. The G, MX switches, same size, MX switches, directional action buttons. Here is your B keyboard, but the problem is they only have it here. So if they do the rest of it, you'll have your 2 buttons here and your buttons there. So you'll get 3 pads. You'll get 5 because you'll get the S, the B, the G, a joystick, and then your Joy-Cons to play like. I'm trying to Call of Duty pretty soon because I played this on Mario Kart and that was just fine. But you get the point. These are Joy-Cons on the bottom. They say joysticks, but anyone that's ever played a Nintendo Switch, these are Joy-Cons. These are not like, this is a joystick. These are Joy-Cons. And it's magnetic. Ugh. Boom, I did it. Went through the whole lineup. That fast. Let's see. Zypha Malik, I'm in the UK. To be fair, oh, you're in the UK. Nice. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Why is everything bumping around here? Oh, I was like, what the heck? I'm pressing my keyboard. I'm holding my keyboard. My thing is moving. Like, what is going on here? Oh, that's right. You're in the. Okay, so good point. We were talking about this earlier. This is a brand new Switch from Kailh that we can't get in the States, and I'll show you all that. Where's it at? Where are you? Right there. Boom. This brand new Switch, we can't even find in the States. Well, we can now, but there was like a few days where we could not find this brand new Switch. And in my Discord, we're looking, and shout out to Wolf. Wolf found this. He was just like hanging out. I was like, what do y'all think of these? And we're like, what is that? We'd never seen it before because we couldn't. And we started Googling AliExpress, and on Google, it just does not come up. And it's called the Kailh Black Kite, I think the name was, in the UK. But yeah. So you finding the B, I wonder if that's because you're in the UK. Maybe you'll find more. So that's a good point. Yeah, the price is super cheap for the B. It's and that's where like I used to recommend the S all the time because the S is so affordable. Like the Lofree 2 S series. How much is the S? I used to. There's right. This is the. I can't see that far. Is that the S or the B? I think that's an S. Let's check. This is the. Is it Kailh or MX? That looks like the S. That's an S. Yeah, it's an S. It's Kailh's. Okay, perfect. Look at that, $35. So before I was like, oh yeah, if you're new to Leverless and you have no clue if you want to spend money in this space, I would just tell you, oh, buy this. And again, when it shows up, it's tiny, right? It's this big. It's small. I mean, I say it's tiny. It's not. Here's a keyboard. Like, let's not get ridiculous. It's not absurdly small. It's like half the size of a keyboard, basically, right? But if you want to play on your lap, like you're going to have to put it like, I'll put a Tupperware lid. When I was testing, I put Tupperware under it, and that way it was wide enough to, it was sit like this. And it comes with grip on the bottom, so it didn't go nowhere. I just put Tupperware and I played just like this, and that's how I tested them out. And I had no problems. But if you're nervous, like, oh, I want to try it, but I don't want to spend a bunch of money, you could just get this and play that way. Then once you own it, let me see if Heroic, because Heroic Designs is in the UK. Heroic Designs Etsy. Is this him? No, this isn't him. I hope I didn't spell that wrong. I'm gonna do Hot 42. This one, boom, here it is right here. Yeah, $26, boom. So you could buy the pad for... Where'd you go? right there. So we'll say $35. And another 25, that's 40, that's 60 bucks. So 60 bucks, you'll get a full size S. You will get an S that can fit on your lap. But then you start asking yourself, well, should I buy the C at that point, right? So that's where, at the time, the C didn't exist. So I was like, oh, just buy the S. See, $65. So that's where I'm starting to tell people, just kind of start here. The wrist rest will not be as tall, but it comes with, you know, upgraded switches out the box. It doesn't come with the reds, because reds to me are mushy and clacky, like a little rattly. I just don't like them. They're fine. I just don't like them. So I felt better. Now I felt better. I can't go back. But, you know, for essentially like $5-10 more, you're getting a kit that's just better. It just is better. The C is just better as far as a kit. But if you know you want compact, the S is fantastic. The S, you could change. You guys see my artwork. You can do whatever you want to this thing, and it just works. And it's so compact, you always feel safe, and never, even though it's acrylic top and bottom, it does not creak. It doesn't feel cheap. It actually feels beefy, which is so weird, because the G is even beefier, but it feels really solid for such a simple, like, I call it, honestly, from a developer perspective, I honestly think this was their prototype. I think they started with the S and the T to see, hey, will people pay for this stuff? I don't know. Well, let's try it out. And like, here's the T. These are just prototypes, I personally think. Look, 40 bucks. The T is fantastic. I love the T. You get a full size, like if you like the 8-bit dough, but you want to customize artwork, boom, you just buy the T. The only thing on all these pads is the USB-C port. That's the first thing that goes, the USB-C port. So, you know, you kind of, that's where I use cable managers and all the blah, blah, blahs, but yeah. You know, so that's where I usually tell people now to just get a C, but in my heart of hearts, the S is fantastic for the price. You know, you can't go wrong trying out the S2, you know, all that stuff. Wait, let me see if Heroic Design has any more. Does he still have foot? The cheap box footsies, it looks like they're sold out. Heroic Design, select the color. Okay, good. He still has his. The black and the white. Yeah, he still has his. Yeah, and it has his design on the top. They're 3D printed, right? So it's a 3D printed adapter, and the base is really tall. It will feel top heavy just because the controller's higher up, but it's not what you think it is. It plays just fine. You won't have any issues. And you, even though it looks like it, you can't use it, but you get all your ports. There's a slot on the bottom because it goes together like this. Does he show the bottom? Yeah, right there. Boom. So you just put your adapter right there on the side. What are you doing, stupid Etsy? Like that. Boom. Yeah. So shout out to Heroic Designs. I already have the T16. Okay, perfect. Yeah, the T. I love the T. I'm thinking about trying out a smaller one like the S. If you're going smaller, so you have the T now, and you want to go smaller. Here is the S. I personally would tell you get the C. I mean, if you know for a fact, like compact travel, all the blah blah blahs, then just get the S. You're going to be very happy with the S. It's actually going to feel, because the T. Here's another thing too, Tuxedo. Take your T, like your screws on the bottom. I hope you understand what I'm about to say. Unscrew them, but don't unscrew them. Like, just loosen them a little bit and then tighten them back. Like loosen all of them, and then what you want to do is because it's a waffle. You can take it apart. It's a sandwich, right? So you just barely loosen them like a little bit, but like a half turn. Put it on the table like this. You know, level it back out, and then hold it right, and just go 1, 2, 1, 2, crisscross applesauce, tighten them back up. You're going to notice like, oh, it feels more solid, because when they ship it to you, they ship it a little bit loose because the acrylic will expand and contract with the weather. You know what I'm saying? So that'll kind of like, hope that makes sense. But for like, so coming for you, you're essentially coming from this. I can't see what time. 2:30. Okay. You're essentially coming from something this big, roughly, right? To this thing is at, how do I say this? See how wide this is? That's how tall your T is. Like, he's basically your T, like not chopped in half, like chopped to 2/3, almost 2/3. So when you put this on your lap like this, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is tiny. You're gonna notice. And again, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm just making you aware of like, when you open out the box, like, oh, that's why this feels like this. So Whereas you come from the C will feel smaller, but it'll feel a little bit more familiar. And again, just put a Tupperware under it, save some money. Put a Tupperware that you have laying around, stick it under and play in your lap, and you'll be fine. You can take this anywhere you want to go. Yeah, on an airplane, this thing's fantastic for like on the go. Or if you can find the M, like if you like your T, you know you like it, you don't want to go smaller. The M is just a compact T, but it's metal. So I'm rambling, but I hope that makes sense. So do I recommend it? Like my personal opinion, I should have read this before. I apologize. I would just tell you, I can't. Where's my mouse? I would tell you to start with the C. If you have a T now and you want something smaller and tighter, just get the C. Just get the C. And while you're here, your T, I'm not sure if you like your switches. They probably feel kind of rattly or whatever. You could pick up I like shadow hunting, but you could try the where's it at? Where's the switches at? Right there. So here's the wind engine. Like I said, I'll probably take it shadow hunting, but they're really okay, you're just gonna fight me today, aren't you, AliExpress? AliExpress is fighting me, but do not buy the crystals. The crystals are the same thing. They're clear, but they're just reds, and I just don't like them. I gotta watch how I say this. There's nothing wrong with them, but I felt better. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm about to say, it's like your first time being with a girl, and you're like, that was amazing. You find a better girl, you're like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. I like this one better. It's like, it's all good, but like the new one's better, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where's my, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay, where is the shadow hunting switches at here? I want you to be like a 10-year-old. I'm like telling you about being with girls. You know, you can try this Kailh. All right, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole, but you know, it comes anyway. My advice to you is get the C. Where'd it go? Right here. Yeah, just get this, and that way you can feel them side by side, and you'll know. And what's funny is once you do them side by side, every pad you look at down the line is going to be so much easier, because most pads are usually a CS, and then you have your other ones like the Razor Kitsune, the 8-bit Dough, and there's one more that are just T's, like they're like what you have now. So I'm gonna stop rambling, but you get the point. Castro, oh okay, here we go. Castro Ciano Caesar Gabriel. That's a cool name. Happy Sunday. Castro Soriano. I can't read. But this is 4. I apologize. Castro Soriano Cesar Gabriel. I did it. M Ultra versus the Vermillo FK2. The Vermillo FK2. Hold on. Why are the dogs going crazy? I'm sorry, let me check make sure nobody's like trying to break in my house. Like, what's going on here? I don't know why they're freaking out. There's nothing going on. You can hear them. Y'all can hear them screeching, right? Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry to like the pause, but I'm like, why are they going crazy? Maybe they're telling me to get out of here because I gotta get off here in a minute to go to this birthday party. But, see, now I lost my train of thought. Dang it. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so that it's gone. Oh wait, M Ultra. You're basically asking M Ultra Gen 1, M Ultra Gen 2, or the Vermillo FK2. Or the Vermillo. Here's the Vermillo. Or the Vermillo. If you are a slide player, you're gonna want the Vermillo. Step 1. I don't care about sliding, so that doesn't matter to me. If you want thinner, these keyboards, you will get the M Ultra. Thinner and lighter, you get the M Ultra. I mean, they're both heavy, but you get the M Ultra. Gen 1 or Gen 2. If you want native PS5 support, I mean, you need an adapter. I shouldn't say it like that, but this has to use an adapter at the end of the cord no matter what. This has 1 power port. This has 2 power ports. The booter, a booter enabled, right? You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. I gotta think about that. Let me think about that, because their price is so similar. Their price is so similar I don't know. I gotta think about that. Let me think about that. I know I should have an answer, but like when like Tuxedo's, when he talks about his T to the C or T to S, that's such a night and day feel. I can like tell you what's what. Like neither one's better, but I can tell you, oh, this one feels like this, that feels like that. These two, because they're basically the same layout. Where's my C? Oh, I put my C away. It's like here's an R, right? The R you can see is the same as this, right? Put the R on here. Okay, so this is an S. This is an S layout. Well, yeah, this is more of an S. It's like barely tighter. So this is more like an S. And again, the S is just a C. It's the same thing. Okay, I'm stuck. I'm stumped on that one. I'm sorry. That one you're going to... Sorry. Castro, Soriano, Cesar, Gabriel. You may have to kind of figure that one out for you. Because... do you want to adjust the feel of your switches as far as induction? Because these, I can plug into my, you have to use a Windows laptop. I can plug to Windows laptop and I can adjust how sensitive. Like what I mean is when I push down, when does it activate? When I let go, what point does it activate? Like all that, you could dial all that on this pad. And then there's screws on the bottom. Just peel off the little white things, take all the screws out because it's annoying, right? Well, I mean, I guess you don't need to. Come off. But once you do, it has like, it's the quiet foam inside, all that stuff. If your switch dies, you can replace it. It's super easy to do. It's like super easy to take it apart. This one, you could screws, yeah, all that stuff. And it has clips to hold in place. I never put the screws in there just because I don't want to do it again. But I don't know what to tell you, which is better, because they are their same feel. Do you want left pinky? Do you want the button? Like, start asking. And again, you may think you don't want this. You may think you don't want the extras. Yeah, I don't know. Because I win with this thing too. I win with both of these, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I should have a better answer for you. I just don't. There's so many features that are kind of different about these two. They're so similar as far as feel, as layout, but as far as the features, the way the switches feel, this has less options to switch. You pretty much have only this switch. So once it arrives, this is how it's going to feel. That's just what it is. Whereas this one, you could pop out the switches and use the tool that comes in the box. You just put it in here and just snaps right out. So you could change this feel to whatever you want it to be, you know, because it's a standard Kailh switch. But these are, by the paper, they're faster switches by activation. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm getting stumped. Let me come back up here. I'm sorry. I'm a little stuck. Zypha, which one is your favorite to use if you had to pick? When I play Tekken, I use the T family. So the T, the M, the M plus. The M plus, I took the Evo. The Razer Kitsune, the 8-bit Do wireless leverless, because Tekken is only these 4 buttons. I don't need a lot of other stuff for Tekken. I mean, these 2 are here, but you can't heat 50 times, you know what I'm saying? So I use and I have big hands, right? So for that purpose, when I play every other game, like Street Fighter, 2XKO, all those, I use something like this, the M Ultra Gen 2, like you just name the pad, like this pad. I've used, I mean, you guys see me use it on Tournament Tuesdays. Like I have no problem playing with them, and I win with them. I win, I lose all the pads. But just, you know, I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. And then we talked about Kailh keys earlier, right? The Kailh keys right now are so affordable. Where's the Kailh keys at? Like the metal one is on Amazon. It'll show up the next day. And Kailh keys just announced like 3 new pads, right? Like this one here, the new split layout with the rings. That looks really cool. They have this one. This is so funny. This is just it's basically a C, but it has rings around the buttons, right? So they have this one and this one. This one I'm really talking about. This one over here, I'll show you. So like if you know you want rings, you would get the, and shout out to Sin Written Soul. He made this art for me. It's super American, right? So super America, right? But it fits Kailh. You know, the red, white, blue, the stars, and the galaxies in the bottom. But again, there's rings on each keycap, and it's super thin. It's metal, but like super thin, and nice weight. It's big too. It's like a big base, but all that stuff. So there's lots of different options. But let me check the chat here. But so that's why I really stress there is no best pad. There is no best pad for me. Like I have the luxury of having different things to try out. Even this, the Sapphire, like The Sapphire is more this family, but just 'cause I'm looking across the room. I have my fight boxes because my fight box is really nice. You know, sometimes I'll play with this one here, like the two ups and all that different stuff. So, oh yeah, let's pause for a second. Respect the artwork. And this was ChatGPT 3 last summer. Like, it was killing it. Look at that. That's fantastic. Now the garbage. I need to try to figure out how to copy the picture over here on my Windows PC from my Mac, because that new stuff that ChatGPT 5 makes is absolute garbage. It looks like a toddler made it. Shout out to GPT 3. I miss you. I miss you, GPT 3. Come home. Okay, let me check the chat here real quick. We talked about the T, which we talked about the pads I use for different games. I just messaged Cheapbox Footsie. Okay, perfect. He's making more extenders this week for the B. Oh, nice. Good. And I hope he makes more for the S, and the B, because the S, it's just the cost, right? You can get this thing for was it 25, 35 bucks, basically 30 bucks. And you get the Cheapbox Footsie for another 30. It's a really good deal, but again, you're making a convertible for 60 or buying the C for 60. So it's, where's my C at? So here's the C. The C is essentially the same size as the T. When you get your T tuxedo, the biggest thing you're going to notice, I'm sorry, if you get your C, see this bar up here? This comes from the X series. Your T has, just like this, has these little buttons on the top, but look how high your button is to the rim. Like, it's almost to the top. This is one unit right here to make this whole feature work. See how it pops out? So to make this contraption, like all this stuff work, they put this here. Well, that means your controller has to slide down. So nothing changed, but your wrist rest will be shorter compared to the T. So again, you're gonna sit with this. You're gonna be like, wait, I'm falling off the edge, and it also slopes down. So your first time playing, you're like, why am I falling off the edge? You're gonna adjust. You'll get used to it. Like, don't freak out. I use it all the time now. I could care less. But the first couple of days, I was like, okay, this is driving me crazy. Like, why am I falling off the edge? It was weird, you know. But it's just because your hands weren't familiar. But the spacing. Here's the T top. You can look there. Look, there's the bottom. See your action buttons? Look how far off, like, because they're smaller keycaps, so they're tighter. So it's going to be noticeably tighter, and that's not a good or a bad thing. It's just going to be noticeably tighter. This will be lower. But I don't really pay much mind to these two or these two, to be honest. I talk about the main 12 because those are just accessories, like your left pinky, all this stuff kind of accessories to the core functionality. But that's why I recommend getting the S is fantastic, but you might as well get the C, because at least you get the full size base, you know, all that good stuff. And then if you like or don't like this, now you know you could jump from, if you like this layout, you could jump to this, to the Varmillo, you could jump to the M Ultra, you could jump all over the place if you like the C. Whereas if you like the T, you know, you have different options for that. So anyway. Yep. Let's put this back on here. And if anybody has a 3D printer, I put the STL file on my Discord server. The link should be in the description, I think. And that you'll start with the base that I have here, and you can like design it to how you want it to be. But it allows me, and I put little like foam padding. They're actually like floor guards for your couch and stuff like that. And that allows me to like stack them on a shelf and not make a mess. Let me check the chat here real quick. Okay, good. So the footsie's come back. Talked about the crystals. Crystals is for start buttons, etc. The crystal switches, again, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just I have, and when I came into this space, all there essentially was just reds for the most part. I mean, you could find the tan silence, like blah 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 blah, but essentially the red was really what everyone starts with, the red, every vendor. And then by summer of last year, the Lofree had the ghosts out already. So I had a bunch of ghost switches, and then I started getting the wind engine switches, and then the white rains, and now we're at a point where I think I have like 10 or 20 switches. What is going on? Why are they going crazy? Am I about to die? Hold on, I'm sorry, the dogs are going crazy. Like, what? That's my cue. I can get off of here too. Hey, Google, stop. No, I can see upstairs and downstairs, nothing happening. Okay, these dogs just freaking out over nothing. They're telling me to get off and go take a shower. Okay, so let me check here for oh, the C. Okay, yeah, okay. I know, I'm like rambling about the C, but I don't want to oversell it to you, but for that price, I think it's a good your next best option, because I would imagine you got your T for roughly $50. Now you're getting the C for roughly $70, you know, blah blah blah. Now you can compare the two. And one more thing too. Where's that? Where's my browser? If you know, where's AliExpress? AliExpress is right. Where are you, AliExpress? Right here. The M Plus is shockingly cheap. It's shockingly cheap. Where is the M Plus? M Plus, M Plus, M Plus, M Plus, M Ultra, M Plus. Where are you? It's like the T is $55, right? The M Plus is like $20 more. That's the crazy thing. Right here. And this is silver one, but you get the point. Because I would tell you buy the black, not the silver. I have the silver, but I would personally tell you get the black. Just because if you want to add artwork, it's easier to do it on the black. The silver, like the paint job on the silver, is kind of different. Where's their store? Right here, boom. M Plus? Yes, M Plus. Okay. What the heck? Wow, these tariffs are ruining our life. 4 or 5 months ago, my buddy, he was looking for, he came and was trying my stuff out. So he liked the M Plus. He got this for $70. So your T, which was $45, where's the T at? The T is $50. To make a metal tee, it was just $20 more. So it was like, why would you buy the tees? Buy the M Plus. Like, since I own them all, I was like, dude, don't buy the tees, get the M Plus. Unless you know you're gonna do artwork. I mean, the tee, I keep saying, I've went plenty of times with the tee. I love the tee, so don't get me wrong. But they're almost equivalent. That's the best way to say it. If you were, this M Ultra is $140. So you can get a T for $50, an M Plus at the time it was $70. That's $120. You got 2 pads with the same layout for the price of 1. So you got your artwork and you got your metal for the price of 1 pad. So I was like, just get the, you know what I'm saying? That's the point I was making. And then when the C came out, the C was $70 basically. So I know I'm being a dead horse here, but where's the C at? Where's the C go? But now post, you know, so at the time, the C and the M Plus are almost the same price. It was like bizarre how that worked out. But given the tariffs and that whole situation now, the world's changed, you know, get the C. And hopefully during the holidays, you know, if you find out that, you know what, your hands prefer the T layout, I hope you can find an M Plus in black for $80 like I did. 70, like 70, $80 with all your, and make sure you use the AliExpress app. Don't do the website, do the app, so you get all your coins and all that. Like they taught me that you get all your coins and stuff, and that'll save you some money. But again, I'm beating a dead horse, but for you, you have the T now, get the C next. And that'll round out your options of every Leverless on the market. Most of them are C's and the others are T's. You really can't go wrong. And then if you watch my newer videos, like as soon as you see the video, you'll know what I'm talking. Like you'll go to comparison section and you'll know right off the bat, oh, I can't use that pad. It's not my preferred playstyle. It doesn't fit in line with these pads that I know fit my playstyle because I compare everything. And gosh, Castro Soriano, Cesar Gabriel. Nail the pronunciation. Thank you. I just play on PC. Okay, perfect. You play, so you have the P12. Oh, perfect. So you have the P12 right here. The P12 with shadow hunting. Oh, nice. But I'm not feeling it with those. Okay, so there you go. So, and here's another one I use right now. I have the Tikitaka Panda V1s. They're black and white. They're a 30 force and they're full size. They feel really nice in this pad. But I fully get why you don't like the shadows. Some people, they're too shallow. Like if you rest your hands on it, it'll activate sometimes. And that could be a problem for some folks, right? So you really want to lock in to what feels right to you. So I'm glad you said that. You probably want to try the wind engine. The wind engine will probably feel a lot better to you. Or the ghosts. The ghost switches are fantastic because what's interesting is the wind engine you get 20 for 20. The ghost you get 30 switches for 20. They're both $20, but one gives you 20, one gives you 30. It's because the Lofree 2, I think it costs them more to make their switch because they're not ordering in such a big quantity. So I would say get the wind engine or try the ghost and you'll be happy. I like it. That's tighter. Yeah. The seat looks great. Yep. Tactile got it. He got it. Arca, shout out. I can't read. Shout out to Arca. Happy Sunday. I got the Ultragen too, but the short throw makes it hard for me to play. Yep. Nothing wrong. Yep. Same issue in the Qualma Sapphire. Perfect. Here's what you want to do. I know exactly what you want to do. And that feeling, don't feel like there's something wrong with you or like something wrong with the controller. No, it's just your hands don't like it. And that's the good thing about, so like when I got asked the Varmillo or the Ultragen 2, they're both great, but if you get the Varmillo and you don't like the feel, you can't change it. It kind of is what it is because the induction switches are no more options. If you have the Ultragen 2, you can put, where'd they go? Right there, boom. You can put wind engines on this bad boy. They're $10. Well, I'm not logged in, so this should be $20, but I'm not logged in. But the wind engines will give you a full travel and a soft, quiet feel. You'll like that. You may like I said, the Lofree Ghosts or a quiet full travel. Lofree Ghost switches. Come on, stop fighting me, please. Right here, boom. These switches here. These are like really smooth switches too, and they're super quiet. But the wind engine is what comes on the C16, all that stuff, like their other pads. The wind is a nice like entry switch. It's a nice start switch. There it is right there. And the price, I don't know what the price would be like. You're going to get 20 in a pack, and that should cover you. That's a nice alternative, especially on this pad. Because matter of fact, I have the C right here next to me. On my C, I left the wind engines in here, so the wind engine, yeah, they feel really nice. I think you may like those better. They're soft, like they're just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. They're a natural switch because you're dealing with short travel, so it's like half the height. These are natural travel, and it'll feel better. And it has like a nice little thok sound too. I live in Europe. The T was about 75. You're okay. So, and again, with the tariff change now, the M Plus is probably like it's double the price, probably like 150 now. But it used to be like, I'd say used to. Back in my day, in January 2025, 6 months ago, that thing, the M Plus was 75, $80. Like depending on the day you were looking, you could find it for like absurdly cheap, $75. It was crazy. Nice thing. No problem, Arca. No problem. Yep, you'll be a lot happier. It'll save you some money with not having to buy a new pad. Just change the switches out to the wind engine or the Ghost. And trust me, I have more options to tell you, but I'm trying to keep it short because you get the Lofree Specters. I can tell you, and the link should be in the description. There is the Lofree Specters are new and they're fantastic. The Ghosts are fantastic. The wind engine are fantastic. I have to look at my list, but yeah. Those are some things you can put on that pad and it'll completely change the feel, make it better. And if you want quiet, the Deep Sea, it's not the pinks, but the Deep Sea Islet, ISLET, those are fantastically quiet and smooth switches. And like you can mash in this thing, it won't make any noise. They're really good. But all right, so on that note, I have to get out of here. I have to take a shower and get to this birthday party. It's almost 3 hours. I wouldn't mind the short throw if they push back a little more. Oh, it's the spring. Yeah. Okay, you want more force? Get the Ghost. I think you want, because the white wing and the wind engine, they're fine. They're snappy. They're soft. But I think wind engine and Ghost are where I'm going to point you personally. Because these are fine. I love the sound too, but they're fine. Yeah. If we have more, if I wish you, like, if you're here earlier, I would ask you more questions, like what pad have you tried before? Because I can start dialing into what you've used, and I give you like really good, like, oh, okay, you want to get with this, but I have to get off of here and go take a shower. Okay, let me wrap this up. Because I will keep talking if I don't stop, and I'll start playing Tekken, and then I won't get off here till 6 o'clock. So I cannot do that. I'll get in trouble. But shout out to the M Ultra Gen 1, the Ultra Gen 2. It appears the Gen 2 may be going away because I don't see them refilling the stock. They're on Amazon now, but if you're torn between these two, the spacing is slightly tighter because there's no rings around the keycaps. This is an S, all right? The Ultra Gen 2 is a C. It is slightly wider than the Gen 1, but nowhere near as wide as the T or the M Plus, you know, because it's bigger keycaps and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, fantastic pad, plays really nice, all metal, the locking port here in the back, 2 power ports. So if one of your ports dies, you have a backup. You have your power port here, full size base, your slope on the bottom. I may try to add artwork here because there's like a little divot here. I might try to add artwork to this. I'm not sure yet. Extra large screen instead of your standard screen. I haven't thought about it. Maybe I will. We'll see. But yeah, I have the Kailh keys. Oh, okay, good. See, the Kailh keys, perfect. And I have that. You have Kailh keys, dual pad, love dual pad, snapbox, Ultra Gen 2. Okay, wait. Ark is like, trust me, sir. I have everything. Oh, y'all can't hear. My volume's turned down. You can't hear I'll give you a yes, sir, right now, but you can't hear it. So Ark is like, look, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so you just like the feel. The Gen 1's going away, not the Gen 2. This one here, if you go to AliExpress, when you click the picture for this, it shows you these. It shows you the blue and the black Gen 2. But if you go to Amazon, you can find these before they go away. So the Gen 1 M Ultra is, again, don't quote me, but as someone who's looking at the store, maybe they're trying to restock, I don't know, but I cannot find them on AliExpress. I can only find them on Amazon. And I keep bringing up the difference because on AliExpress, I think it's like $115, something like that. And it's $145 on Amazon, which is normal. It's usually more on Amazon because they charge a fee, right? Where, like with this is like $120 on AliExpress. I think it's $150 on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna break this really fast. So Arca, for you, since you're a special case, wind engine is going to be softer but taller. Like I'm not gonna use the word taller. Short travel. So for you want a snappier switch that's full travel. Wind engine, Ghost, Lofree, Specter. Where's my list at? Okay, I got 2 minutes. Fast. Okay. Lucky for you, I was just looking at this morning. So it's right in front of me. The wind engine's right there. The ice cream. Well, the ice cream's. I'm just getting used to someone. Why do they keep barking? Okay, so the wind engine, the Ghost, Lofree, Specter. I'm scrolling. Deep sea Islet if you want quiet. They're not as snappy, but they are very quiet and they're smooth. Deep sea Islet if you want silent. I just got these two in. This is the Void Silent and here's the Surfer. These are Lofree. So Lofree Void, Lofree Surfer, but I haven't tried them yet, so I can't tell you how those go. Ugh, knocking my stuff. The White Rains are a harder force. I have them in here. And I like the White Rains. I'm just not sure if they're going to be, and they have a nice stock too. Well, you have a dual pad. So the dual pad that came with Ghost or White Range, depending on the color you bought, has the Ghost or White Range. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But those are kind of things in your wheelhouse. Everything over. Okay, it's 2 videos. I gotta stop talking. You're gonna get me in trouble, Arca. You're gonna get me in trouble. Where's my mouse? You're gonna get me in trouble. Yeah, I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you clicking these vids. You're really directing help. I really appreciate it. And again, I hope that I'm giving back to the community and helping people make the best decision for them and also dialing their pad to make it feel just right for them. So shout out to everybody worldwide. I really appreciate you. All the residents in the chat, really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week. I will see you guys on Tuesday for tournament day. And then tomorrow and Wednesday I'll have the videos showing you guys how to do the custom menu system that I do on all my pads. I've done this for the past year. I just finally sat down and made the video for it, so you can hold one button and like change all your settings on the fly. That's coming out tomorrow. And then Wednesday will be the how to make the custom profiles with the buttons. You hold the button and it'll change your profiles on the fly and all the blah 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 blahs. So yep, let me hop off here. I learned from the Gen 2 that actually like the sound feedback helps me know. I agree. Hit the party. I know, like, I'm starting to keep talking. All right, I gotta go. I'm press the button. Talk to y'all later. Bye.